Hello folks, I'm back, and this time I have a coffee and something else to drink as well to keep hydrated. Sorry, it took me a little while to get over here, folks. I woke up a little bit late. Is this the champion? Oh, they're going through like the champion stats and stuff. Damn, this track's pretty cool. Oh, it's one of the Valorant tracks, that's why. Cool, that makes sense. Hey, how's it going? I put my camera the wrong way, that's a good start. Hey. I'm Nymaera. You are going to be joined by me today. Sam might come in for a little bit, but he's busy today for things, so that is fine. Someone yesterday said, like to hear the game sound a bit more. I'll have to sort that out when we get into game as well. That's definitely worth noting. We can work on that. Ugh. Okay, so we have IG versus FPX today, and as you can see in the group scores here, technically this will determine our second seed going through. If FPX win 3-0, hey Angie, how's it going? If FPX win 3-0, they will go through as second seed, and IG will drop to third, presumably. No, they actually, yeah, they'll drop to third. Okay, so, of course, IG, you know all these guys. Just had to set some stuff in the background. IG are the most hyped team, well, were the most hyped team within the LPL. Because they're bringing back the old crew. Bringing back the old crew. And IG did lose to NIP in what a lot of people assumed was a shock upset. That wasn't the case. You know, Dernby's back. Dernby looks fantastic. And while I thought that IG would be kind of a surety to put in to first place, that has not been the case at all. It has not been the case at all. They've had some incredible series though, and some of the games in this RNG series were incredibly fun to watch, and the NLP series was fun too. This Swain game, this was later on into the series versus RNG. I think they lost game 1 even in the series, but they had a really good understanding of this comp. Very disruptive frontline. Just for confirmation, T1 cannot play in the new international tournament rights. No, they can't. They are out of contention for first stand. There is no lower bracket in the LCK for their portion of where they qualified to. So T1 will not qualify for first stand, which that is a consequence of the format more than anything else really for LCK. I should really just put Pentakill on all the time. I would be happy watching, just listening to Pentakill. Oh, JJ's Zac was really good. He is a very good Zac player. Well, it's me and Mike humming over with. That'll teach me, he says, after nothing has happened. Yeah, and of course on the other side, FPX. Bit of a change for them too. And they've had a more difficult time. Shadow now playing over Sorrow. Sorry, who was playing in the jungle for them. Shadow, of course, long time player now within the LPL and elsewhere. Came to the LEC and played with Mad Lions for a while. Took a game off of RNG, but yeah, on paper RNG were a slightly stronger team. FPX, of course, had Milky Way last year. Couldn't retain him coming into this one. Milky Way's now gone after RNG. And he kind of beat them around a little bit. Of course, as you can see there, Shadow's played less games. He's played the one series I think that was their 0-3 to NIP that he played, which was not close. It's a great refreshing feeling without T1. Call me a T1 hater, but I do not care. The thing is, if I want to see T1 like not win an international event, I'd rather see them beaten at the international event by a great team rather than not qualify. Because I want to see it happen on the larger stage if it does happen. You know, there's a certain way of things. Oh yeah, this was the there was some fun stuff here. Was this the series we had the? No, this wasn't the LNG played the Wukong top. But no, I do get it, Phalanx. I do understand it. There is such thing as fatigue of winning teams. It happened with it happened very recently with the Chiefs in NFL, right? I think there's other reasons there too, but part of that is just fatigue of the Chiefs winning so many Super Bowls. There's always been that. In fact, it happened with T1 already. It happened in season 7 when they got to World's Finals and lost. That was probably like the best way to show it at that point, right? Because you had to see them on that stage lose when they were normally so clutch, right? And in the same way for LPL, right? For more people who care about stuff on a more regional level here, would you prefer BLG to be, like knocked out right now? Oh God, what the hell's happening with my hair? Would you prefer for BLG to be like knocked out immediately in the lower bracket? Would you like to see them make it through to a finals and like lose on the larger stage to have it kind of be a crowning achievement or something, right? Hey, Ikeval, good to see you. Good to see everyone piling in. I need to make a couple of Discord posts to say that I'm live though. They've chosen Shadow versus JJ as the jungle matchup. I mean, as the key matchup. I mean, I can understand that. I hear a Sam. I don't know whether he's... Hello. Are you joining us today?
I will for the first game or two.
Cool.
Depends how long things go, because I ought to be resting my voice for undisclosed reasons.
Yeah, you do. Like, don't feel no pressure on that. But yeah, IG FPX today.
It should be fun. I think it's probably realistically a bit of a smack.
Yeah, people... Okay, one person predicting a game win for FPX. Reminder, folks, if IG win any game in this series, they're through a second seed. FPX would have to 3-0.
Flipping it.
So
yeah. I know Ben has been saying this is the only team that can really threaten them.
What, IG?
BLG. Ben was saying this about IG, yeah.
Yeah.
And the irony of
besides Thunder Talk Gaming, of course.
Thunder Talk.
Yeah, besides Thunder Talk Gaming.
I mean, who isn't afraid of that team?
That's a great question, Sam. It's a great question. Yeah, Sam will join us for a little bit. LPL winning Worlds is more fun and impactful because it does not happen often. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm gonna mute this so we can... Not mute, I'm gonna unmute this so we can...
有20天左右的时间了嘛？其实，在这一段时间里面，大家都比较好奇，你们是怎么去度过的呢？包括状态保持怎么样？
我们休息的时候应该是都回家，应该是跟家人一起过了吧。回来基地慢慢恢复状态，因为训练了。
make sure that my headphones are
那在其实之前的很多采访里面也看到了肖选手一直都是保持一个很活泼、很积极的一个状态，对于队友啊，包括队伍都有很大的一个期待嘛。所以你希望之后的比赛当中给大家呈现出来一个怎样的样貌呢？
我觉得我们队友性格比较善良吧，还有性格挺好，感觉配合的练的时间还不久嘛。时间过了以后，应该是我们的状态会很好的感觉是。
好，也期待你们后续越来越好的状态。好的，欢迎来到我们的赛前采访环节，欢迎沙特选手。
Hello， 大家好。
也是久违的回归了赛场啊，其实也为我们的队伍增添了很多的活力，以及更多的战术选择。重新回到赛场有什么不一样的感觉吗？因为我之前看到你在社媒上说，还是有一点小紧张的。
确实，因为2年没有在 LPL 上场了，还是有点小紧张，但是最多还是兴奋。
很兴奋的一种感觉。但是在结束前2场比赛之后，相信队伍也进入到一些小小的困境当中，对你们来说也是一个慢慢成长和提升的一个过程嘛。所以你觉得今天的这场比赛尤为需要注意的部分在哪儿呢？
主要需要注意的就是我们自己的磨合吧。然后我们毕竟是一个年轻的队伍嘛，所以感觉磨合的时间会稍微长一点。反正尽量尽力吧，反正。
好的，也期待你们的表现。
Okay, folks. Well, that was a few of our interviews. And now we get to put ourselves back on camera and bring on our own manager music as well, just so we don't get copyright struck. Gotta make sure that you just, don't get copyright for nothing. Well. Right, where's our resident old man Sam? He's only a year older than me, can't be saying that too much. He is getting himself a coffee. And then yeah, he'll be joining us for at least the first game, and then first game, and then we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, I think that when it comes to this game for FPX, it's quite hard to. Thank you so much for the prime, by the way, Zoe.
Alex, that you're the greatest Ari player ever.
That Ari's voice actor. Just subscribe with Prime, it does that. And King Doo Doo Doo. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Okay, right. Make no mistake, folks. This is going to be an uphill battle for FPX. They need to get a 3-0 against a team that they're an underdog to. We've seen crazy things happen this week already. We saw T1 knocked out of LCK. We've seen BLG lose their first LPL best of 5 since 2023, and Knight lose his first LPL best of 5 since 2022, all in the last handful of days. It has been absolute cinema. So, yeah, this one's yeah, you can understand why this one is. Now I raise an eyebrow at it. Maybe before I would have done. Oh, it would be a done deal, surely. Yeah. Difference between old quick play and new swift play. Swift play actually changes the game a lot more. Quick play was just kind of like for the queuing system. Swift play actually changes the pace of the game. So people level up quicker, objectives spawn quicker, you get more gold quicker, and the game will literally end itself at 35 minutes, or if the game doesn't end. So it kind of refuses to go super long on that point.
I hear, Alex.
Oh, thank you so much for this.
You're the greatest Ari player ever.
I didn't catch the name there. Kelly Chaos. Also, hi. I see your name around in chat and other places as well. Thanks for the prime. My brother did get me a signed print of Ari, signed by Ari's voice actor, and it came with that voice clip because as she was signing it, she said that. So now I use that for my channel, which is really cool. Laura Post. No one plays Swift play, the queue is crazy long. Yeah, but that's always been the problem. It's like, how do you populate all these queues? You know, you've got, especially when you've got people now split between, TFT and League as well. A lot of the casual players now go play TFT instead. And folks, as always, if you're watching on Onivia, either on Twitch or on YouTube here as well, if you have questions while we're casting these games or while you're watching these games, absolutely say something in chat. We will pay attention to it. We'll be casting the games as well. Of course, we might miss one or two things, but wait. In your opinion, do you think quick play over Swift play? I've not played Swift play, so I actually can't give an opinion on that. I haven't played it. I don't know how it feels, so I can't necessarily comment on that one. Well, we'll be getting through to the arena soon. This should be in Shanghai, because it's a neutral venue, neutral teams. None of these teams have their own venue. I don't know where playoffs are being held this split. Typically, playoffs are held in one of the team's arenas, whether that's JDG, WE, LNG, or, oh, what's the last one? JDG, or JDG, LNG, NIP, WE. Those are the four, with their own arenas right now. It is really cool to have some home arenas for some of the teams, though, even if not all of them have it. Am I a member of JDG's Discord server? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I do get pings from there occasionally. Oh, Jesus Christ. The first 3 rounds is 2 best of 5s per day for LPL? Are you kidding me? Oh, Jesus. The first 3 rounds of playoffs is 2 best of 5s a day? Oh, come on. From top 4 onwards, it's 1 a day. Oh, God. I will get hydrated. That's gonna be a lot. Okay, whatever. I'll leave this on screen for our little intro. Oh, that might be quite hard. Wait, when am I working? I mean, if it's not on a work day, I will do it, but I'll just not be happy about it. Well, folks, we are here in the arena now in Shanghai. Hi, Curly Chaos. Thank you for the hello. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Lineman. Good to see you on YouTube as well. As we welcome our teams to the stage. On JDG's Discord English language chat sections, when I first saw you and I thought that was fake. No, I am actually there, and I am around some of our communities as well. As we welcome IG to the stage. I should probably unmute this a little bit, shouldn't I? Allow me to get our teams onto the stage. Hey, Sam.
I'm casting Atlas tonight.
Please do not do that, Sam.
Oh.
I think that would be... I'm quite glad that this mic is quite proximity. So when you're like off to the side, you don't hear it that well. I have no idea how that came through. Of course, FPX.
Like this.
Wonderful, Sam. FPX. By the way, folks, this is FPX's own song. They have their own song.
So cool.
After they won Worlds with Fly Phoenix Fly, they got Chrissy Constanza to do another Phoenix song just for them.
That's
So
incredible.
FPX have their own song.
What?
So this is FPX's theme song, as done by Chrissy Constanza for, 2019.
That is the kind of swag I wish
It's
we
fantastic.
had.
I wish they had that more. Like, you know in WWE when they have like their own intro?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be so cool to have too. Like, what would your intro song be?
Gumshield by Don Broco.
Oh yeah, that's very good. Well, Sam, you are kind of obsessed with that song.
It's
right
such a good song. Have you heard they do a live version of it in the Royal Albert Hall? That's also very
now.
cool.
I haven't heard that,
It's
no.
very good.
Well, again, we silenced the stream to avoid copyright. Yay! No
Now
copyright.
you have to listen to us instead.
Now you have to listen to us, and we had some Valorant music on in the random playlist.
There's some
earlier.
good stuff there.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool. Kind of, you know, like kind
very
of
different aesthetically.
Can like quite deep vocal rap.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool. Which I know a lot of that comes from, you know, the corpse.
Yes, big time.
The corpse wave. That sounds like a
Corpse
that sounds like a
wave.
D&D.
Egos
spell.
are ruining my esport and other remixes I want to make.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam, be careful with the be careful with the strange sounds you make here. We don't want to be Twitch banned. That's a good point, Fire. Good point. And folks, as always,
Thanks, Firelad. Sorry.
as I was saying, if you're watching here on Twitch or watching here on either on our YouTube here on Nymaera or over on Onivia's highlight channel as well, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show. Let us know what you think in the comments and in chat as well, as we will get ourselves, I believe, into our 1v1 champion select. If you are less familiar with the LPL, we'll say that it's just nice to say this while we're in the group stage. 1v1s have been used to determine Game 1 side select. Rookie versus Care mid lane matchup.
Fun.
That's exciting for me. Both of these players have had their moment in the sun in recent splits. Care actually did have some fantastic moments. He also just sadly balanced them out with some equally terrible moments as well.
Very mercurial. I think Rookie, on the other hand, has been on a couple teams where it's felt like he has been required to overperform, to pull out magical clutch moments to succeed. And it felt like last year in particular, there were moments where he was trying so hard that it put him in risky positions, and he ended up going for those big Ari flanks, those big Ari bush hides and those kind of things. It just didn't work out.
The Garen ban. Oh, what has 1v1 meta done to us? Cork ban away as well. Like a lot of the bans, they don't mean that much to me, because sometimes it's solo queue stuff. Sometimes it's like, oh, I just don't really want to play. Corky is the one which I see just being consistently banned.
It's very strong.
Sometimes the Var as well. Azir for Rookie, not necessarily been his, but well, okay, it's
Oh,
not
go
locked
on.
in. Oh, come on. I'd love to see Zed. Zed has been cropping up in solo queue. There's a Conqueror Zed build, which is really good in 1v1s.
Into Poppy.
I mean, Zed doesn't dash.
I suppose the blink doesn't count, does it?
Well, is a blink a dash, Sam?
I don't know.
No,
No.
Sam, it's
No.
not. Jesus, Sam, you're a caster of
No.
League of Legends.
No. I was thinking more the armor issue than anything else.
But that's the problem for anyone. Oh, Jesus, Sam. No, Sam. Blinks are not dashes.
locked it.
And we get Rookie Zed head in his hands. I don't know whether he meant to lock that. I don't know what that emotion is. There's a smile on his face. I think it's a good one, as Care does lock in Poppy. good? He's nodding quite thoughtfully to himself right now.
I do that quite a lot. I thought Shear's jacket said sheep for a second.
Maybe it does. Maybe he's a shear in sheep's clothing.
Maybe he's just a shorn sheep. That's why he's Shear.
Maybe. It's still 15.2. Yes, for the rest of regular season, it will be on 15.2. And as we head into game, we'll get to see the best of that. So it does mean that we don't have all of our electrocutes and domination tree buffs. But we do still have, you know, a difference in the Afghan kills and stuff like that. Some important stuff as we get onto the Rift.
Warden's Mail to start with.
And it is the Conqueror Z. So this is a build which is being pioneered quite a lot by Chovy right now in solo queue. We've seen a bit of Conqueror Z over the place before. But still worth just highlighting that. Grasp for Poppy. Of course, the annoying thing about Poppy is that if you hit the wave with your Q or something, you charge at Grasp and use your buckler to get that Grasp proc from range. What Zed will be looking to do is hit as many double abilities as he can just for the energy regen. Because if you get the energy regen, Zed's cooldowns aren't really the thing which gates him, it really is that energy. And then the more you hit with like a double shuriken, the more you get to stack something like your Conqueror. Wall still misses.
I'm not seeing Care use the W yet. Has he put 2 points in something else?
Yeah, probably, because the W doesn't mean that much. You don't have any dashes to block. Maybe he thought he would go toward the dash champion. So you're probably going double points Q and then to the E. The W
he has on 1.2.
Oh, he does. He has. Okay. I mean, it would have been a decent point if that that was the case though. W does give you the extra resist and the movement speed though when you're which increases when you're on low HP, which is really annoying. Back in season 6 when we had the Poppy Echo Trundle top lane meta. Poppy was just unkillable because of her W. Rookie doing a good double job.
Wasn't that old Poppy though?
No, that wasn't. No, season 5 was the old Poppy.
When was the rework then?
Late in season 5 or either in season 6. It's a good double shuriken. He's been very accurate with those actually. But yeah, you'll notice that if you hit the double abilities, you'll get a little bit of that energy refresh, which is really nice.
Just that one.
That wasn't a double shuriken.
Nice shove out of the healing thing, but of course Cat also didn't get the heal, so sad times for all involved.
Yeah, because basically if you have... oh, hang on, this could be a bit dangerous here. The Ignite from Pet. Is he going to get the shit? Oh, that's nasty from Care. Rookie takes so much damage here too. Tower shot makes it a little bit awkward. Remember, if you go below half HP, Zed's passive on his next auto attack on you does come on, which is, I believe, 8% of your missing HP is dealt to you as magic damage. If you're below half HP, it's one of the reasons he's so good in jungle because that doesn't have a cooldown against neutral camps.
No.
So he'll just if he smites something at high HP, gets it below half HP, the camp just disappears. In fact, Zed has one of the fastest jungle clears in the game because of this.
Not the greatest ganker still, but
oh, he is if he just kills you.
If he,
but
but
that's
exactly,
a bit
but if he just kills you, exactly. Been seeing a bit of Zed jungle cropping up. Of course, you very often see the Smite Ignite combo with that one because why would you need a flash when you have the pseudo dash in your shadow?
Oh, that's some good farming there, Rookie.
Oh no!
Missed the one. Rookie, of course, probably going towards Eclipse first back. Eclipse very good for the Conqueror build because you're playing for the extended trades anyway.
More shields is nice.
And also gives you some extra max HP, and not max HP damage, rather. So you get missing HP from your passive, max HP. Yeah, it's the one bit of kind of like the Eclipse damage of Judge D6. Remember, it used to be a lethality
Yes,
item,
it did.
which was kind of BS. But...
when it was built by people like Jace permanently.
Yeah, but it was also being built by some AD carries as well. Because
yes, I remember.
When it was a mythic item, God, mythic items definitely failed, didn't they? It
lethality Jin.
It gave you lethality as a base stat, then also percent pen the more legendary items you did. Rookie not actually getting much poke down here, and that means that Care is getting a lot of value out of this.
We'll have another reset potential. That's about it at this point of the game.
Yeah, jump forward again, trying to get that Q. This is that one. Rookie actually going in there. Remember, the longer the trade goes and the more that Rookie can kind of just get that stack, those kind of stacks up with the Conqueror, the more dangerous it is for that Poppy. It does get really kind of scary if you do Let those stacks going to go up a little bit too high as Care goes for the wall. Again, hasn't actually gotten a wall stun onto the Zed yet. It might be one of those cases where it is actually just about, well, you've got wall stunned. And you can see at this point now, it's getting quite problematic for the Zed, who's getting chunked out by the buckler and the grass procs on top of it. He will get himself that cannon, which is important. You lose that gold out, and then Zed, I don't know if he'll get to something like the Eclipse. Maybe won't get to that. The early levels before Poppy
built loads and loads of armor.
built loads and loads of armor, which is a big reason for picking Poppy, right, into 80 carries and anything alike. It will be an issue later.
That's a big wave being stacked up as well. I think there's possibly an issue here that if Rookie goes back, he probably loses a lot of
Wait,
plays.
what happens if Care just throws his ult at him?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
he
know.
might want to save it for the Ring of Fire.
Well, that'll be a big thing. So, of course, I hadn't considered that, but you're right. Get hit by the Keeper's Verdict. It's just over anyway.
Ooh, shoves him out of tower range barrier used by Rookie.
Does he need to?
I think he might have done. If he gets popped up by that ult with an Ignite, I think he does die.
But they need to get 2 kills, remember?
Yes, but the question is, do you want to give up a single kill at that point? Giving up either one, not great. How much is Care going to get from this? Gets 2 plates. Use that W for the moon speed to get out. And now Rookie gets himself the Eclipse, which does help your trading a lot, especially if you can absorb the Buckler Shield with the Eclipse Shield, if you kind of return fire with a QE on your Shadow. Most of the time you'll see, well, I say that, most of the time you get an EQ, you get the slow from the Shadow first. Do you know the difference, Sam, between a Shadow cast Shadow Slash and your one around your person as well?
Apparently the Shadow Slash doesn't have, I know that one slows, but I don't know whether there's any more additional difference.
If you are the one casting the Shadow, it goes on a slightly lower cooldown. It refreshes, like, it reduces the cooldown by a second or two. See, Rookie actually doing quite well with the Eclipse trading, and then another Q comes through, and then Poppy does some nastier stuff. He doesn't have a Shadow, and he doesn't have energy, so he can't really fight this. Rookie, you do not want to be here. Doesn't have the energy for this Shadow.
There's the barrier, pop low, and the Death Mark does nothing.
And it doesn't do what he needs. He uses the Shadow, the ult on really low energy. Frozen heart for Care, you're absolutely right, especially against the Electrocute. Yes, a lot of your stacks do come from the Conqueror. Yeah, but against the a Conqueror, you want to kind of stop any random stacks coming through. Rookie's in a
he don't know. He knows he's in danger. Look at that smirk. He knows he's having a bad time.
Yeah, he did put it right. Throw his hands up in the air like, what am I supposed to do? Even some extra HP coming through from Care now, from the Tunneler. And he doesn't have his ult for the Ring of Fire, which is a spawn, which is not the best situation to be in. Level 11 hit for Care, who has that ult. So what Rookie needs to do is shadow his way out of this Poppy ult somehow. He's not going to be able to recall. He's trying to recall now.
It's going to be tight.
Gonna be a tight timing. Does he know the timing well? What is he going to get out of this?
Boy.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
He knows he's messed up there. Now he might even give up the heal as well. Care, next time that Buckler comes through, gonna be a bit of a problem. The Eclipse Shield does come through and absorbs one auto attack. Does get level 11.
Care, no barrier, no ignite.
No, no! Oh, no! Take care, Rookie, as he burns out of the Ring of Fire. FPX wins side select through the Poppy Arena gaming strat. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's just wonderful. Well, that's what you get for playing arena strategies with Alistair and Poppy. Sometimes they work really well for the ring out.
And sometimes you end up in a position where really GB needs to hit them up for the next pro Poppy Golf Tour.
Right, yes. Yes, for the Poppy, yes. For those of you who have not been watching the LEC, Goldbog has been running the what's known as the GB games, which has involved things like Poppy Golf, where you get people in the golf hats throwing Poppy ults to see if you can get like a hole in one, or
yeah, just like you're basically you've got like a
your driver is your ult, your putter is your E, which I think is great.
That's just exceptional.
Why is this not something that is done in other leagues? So it is done in LCP, or rather it was done in PCS and VCS. I don't know whether it's being done in LCP right now, but I think it is. So LPL picked it up after those regions did that first, similarly for champion side select in those series. They did it in game 1 and I think it was game 1 in VCS, game 3 in PCS was done side select through 1v1. I think it's a great system, and I've said commonly here too, as long as League of Legends has existed and there has been a single lane, people have been 1v1ing on that single lane. So the fact that it's now being legitimized after so long in a professional level, I think is great. I think it's really cool to see that.
I think it also just adds a bit of fun as well. It's a lot more exciting than just a coin toss. And when actually there is something relatively serious on the line, like side select can matter quite a lot in certain metas. It feels like it has done pretty heavily at the minute. People really like blue side if they can get a hold of it.
Yeah, and while the stats say that red side wins more often in LPL, I don't think that's true, because effectively what happens is in group stage, there is such a disparity between our top and bottom teams that often the losing team is picking blue side as just, you know, a last gasp to try and get themselves a win, and the better team plays on red side. So is it a team issue or a side issue? You tell me. We're into draft though for game 1 of our series. FPX versus IG. Reminder, folks, this is our last series within Group D. IG were assumed to go first. That's not going to be the case. They are likely to go second, but only if they win a single game today. Now that's likely. FPX will have to 3-0 to qualify for playoffs and knock IG out.
That would be a very tall order. Nearly had it yesterday. Reminder. Gaming went 2-0 up against BLG and had to break a reverse sweep to finally secure the series win. And it was high drama, high octane stuff, and it was very entertaining. It was, however, excuse me, a little bit of a weird old series. And if I've known anything about the LPL, is that we get a few of those. And Invictus Gaming are not what one would consider consistent right now.
What's often happened is their first game in a series, they go, oh, that's quite a difficult thing to play. Let's make it a bit easier after that. Or, oh, champions are running out, we'll just wing it, something good will happen. Sure, pick me Swain, says Rookie. Or Zach for JJ.
The Swain was good, in fairness.
It was. It was really, really good, and they knew exactly what to do with it. Going through our first round of bans, though, notable things which have been left out. Kalista not banned, Varus not banned, Corki not banned are the 3 things which I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Something like Vyambessa could also be on the table too, because a lot of them are the longer range backlines. Victor too, been very powerful for a number of champions.
Rumble, okay.
And Rumble Galio were the last 2, and there was a lot unbanned here, because actually, the Zyra and the Nocturne aren't always first round bans. First game of a best of 5 in Phillies is so different from the last one. As we see, I mean, with all these champions up, surely it's Kalista first pick. That champion is so busted.
Yeah, and Bat's played it, again, mostly down in LDL and the like, but can certainly look to pull it out here. I'll note as well, it is Shadow playing again in the jungle, not Sorrow, starting for a second series. What's the response?
I've got fond memories of Shadow. Of course, he played over in the LEC
He did indeed.
Over on Mad Lions. Did well there. Did well. And then he went over to NIP for a bit, and he played not alongside Rookie. That was the year while Rookie was over on Top Esports. That would have been in 2023. You play over there for a little bit. Now, IG potentially looking to remove the Nico support from the Kalista. Kalista Nico is a nasty-ass lane.
It's brutal right now,
You could play Varus Nico. You could play that, and that's fine. I think that'd be a decent takeaway from FPX. It deals with them in lane. It means that you don't have to lane swap that way, because the Varus Nico, I think, does well enough at just matching poke for poke, and it forces Joy maybe into something more like a Renata and playing for the longer trades rather than the pokey ones.
Can be really obnoxious there with the Varus. That's a lot of lane dominance, as you were saying, and theoretically allows the Nico to get out of lane a bit more freely. But of course, you are into a Kalista. Renata's still up, and Renata is still a just fine pairing with Kalista. You've got a lot of options to make that work. Often can find some weird choices because Kalista enables them quite well. Debating a Vi here themselves, and they could look for the Ambassador too. Sheer obviously did get target banned somewhat by having the Rumble and the Cassante removed, and that might leave them to pick that one up now.
Is Mel available next patch? Yes, she is, Andrew.
Oh yeah.
It's been played a little bit in LCK already, but because we're finishing off our group stage on the same patch, so all the teams get to play the same amount of games on the same patch, we'll get onto that in playoffs. As what do we get as our 3rd pick for FPX? They look like they're going aggressive composition. Silas is aggressive and can steal a Nico ult and a Varus ult already if he wants to. It's locked in. Blind pick Silas, rarely a great pick, but with those 2 ultimates being so nasty at playmaking already, that's kind of lit.
You've got some good tools, and it's another dive buddy. A lot of very short-range champions right now for FPX, but if they can get to that mid-game, if they can start brawling with the stolen ultimates and health, just a straight-up Vi ultimate, they're feeling pretty alright here. That's what I do want to lock in. Varus in particular looking pretty juicy for all of those targets to jump on. Ambessa themselves will be locked in, likely for the show.
That, for me, is a takeaway, because you have the Vi Ambessa going on to some poor target with a Nico ult being channeled up behind
miserable.
I think the Ambessa is too much. I think sometimes you can outspace the Kalista and the Silas if you flash back and the Vi goes too far. The Ambessa is so long range with that ultimate, it's just the problem of hitting it, that that one is actually an issue. Very fun compositions coming through already, though. The way that these teamfights are going to play out is likely going to be precise dives. Can you outplay it just by that one step to survive the next follow-up? So what really saves that? Is it going to be Renata coming through for Joy to... Of course, I loved the way that Joy played last year. Sadly, not had the team to really have a great sophomore experience for himself, but he was one of the most exciting support rookies that we've seen come through in recent times. If he picks up that Renata, though, it could be very impactful into something like an Ambessa if they pick another melee alongside it.
The issue I think that FPX might be running into here is that's a lot of top lane focus, and Sheer is still pretty new to pro play, and there's a question about, well, how deep is your effective champion pool into a player like the Shy, into a champion like Ambessa? There's a theoretical fourth ban.
Very good point brought up by Milk of the Wolf. It's like, oh, well, you know, the Ambessa's a takeaway from FPX. Is it really when there's a Silas? Fun fact about Silas stealing Ambessa ult. While you hold onto the ult after it's been stolen but don't use it, you do get the passive part of Ambessa's ult, which is armor penetration, not
That's
useful
big.
for you. No, the armor penetration isn't.
Just off your autos, just auto more, Alex.
Well, there is a crit Silas build. That, oh my god, that would be insane. But the important thing is you actually get the 10% Omnivamp per ult level as well.
Oh, that is big,
So if you're level 11, you get 20% Omnivamp on your abilities up until you cast that, which is kind of insane. And of course, it's still better than nothing because, of course, if you'd had the Ambessa and the Silas both running at you, obviously it's still worse.
Would have been sad, yeah.
For IG, so I still think this is a valuable takeaway. The Viego coming through as well can escape out of that Violet by R-ing backwards, going unstoppable. That is something which can help with the disengage.
To try it appropriately. JJ, of course, no stranger to the Viego, but it feels like most junglers at an LPL level are no strangers to this. Champion has been around and about pro play for a long time, and Sheer locks in a Camille. There we go. If you can't get Ambessa, go with someone who can dash in on a much shorter cooldown with the hook shot.
And we've got the battle of the matrons of topside, and you know, if Arcane had gone in a slightly different universe, I reckon we would have seen a 1v1 between them instead.
That would have been cool.
Sadly, Camille didn't show up in that show, and I'm actually really quite annoyed about it.
Such a good character.
The old assassin in the shadows of Piltover. Ambessa trying to do a hostile takeover of that without any Renata involved. Last pick likely for Rookie. This Ambessa could go into the Silas too, so there's a top lane potential as well.
Do you want to give Silas another ult like Galio ult?
How? Well, so there is a point to that. It's such a long cooldown that Silas doesn't get to use that often, and Galio does deal with Silas well in lane. Also, if you jump on someone, the Galio might be able to save them. So, while what has happened is, Care has some of the best ults in the game to steal.
Like, every single one is good.
Every single one of these is insane. What the hell? IG still have a composition which hopefully can maybe save the Varus. Because if Vi and Silas jump onto a Varus or a Viego, Galio comes through, maybe Mako can save the play with Nico ult being channeled as well. Folks, this game is going to be an absolute street fight. It is knives out in the dark alleys. It's a lot of melee, it's a lot of dive, it's a lot of choosing your angle well. You must thread the needle. If you miss it even by a step, there will be a Galio ult coming in. There will be an Ambessa flying in from the other side to finish off a kill. Both of these teams have the tools to really make a mess of things. And reminder, if IG win only one game this series, they go through to playoffs, and FPX's hopes are broken.
Looking at Invictus Gaming's comp, and my one worry there is if the Varus doesn't get a decent gold lead, if the Varus falls behind, the rest of your damage is a little more conditional. Ambessa, Viego require you to be in melee range of a lot of people you may not want to be in melee range of. You've gone for the Galio and the Nico, who are more defensive options, especially as the Nico support, right? It's not a damage Nico option. So if it just falls down to trying to play out fights and you are behind and the Varus isn't doing the damage, I feel like IG could run out of easy access to said DPS.
So we've set up the stakes, we've set up the game in scenario as well, so we may as well set up on the Rift going into game one. Let's see how Shanghai feels about our two teams as we load in slowly but surely, as I've gone a little bit too early to see whether they are awake.
Why do I work with this man?
That's a great question, Sam.
Let's let the crowd take it from here for a second or two. of IG fans in the house. But that's what happens when you bring the Rookie and the Shy back together. Arguably the greatest solo lane pairing of all time. 2018-19 era of Invictus Gaming was pretty ridiculous. It was all looking fantastic all the way up until MSI 2019, when they all got a bit cocky and ended up losing to Team Liquid in the semi-finals of that MSI. Ended up with G2 Team Liquid in the finals, which G2 won, became the West's last major international trophy. Now, coming on 6 years ago, will be when MSI picks up in a couple years. It's been a long, long time since a team from the West has been able to hit those highs.
So let's think about this early game. Of course, we don't see the lane swap, and I think that makes sense. As soon as you saw the Kalista locked in, IG chose to lock in one of the few lanes which can actually deal with a Kalista. We had the early wards just to make sure that there was also one here too as well. Just making sure that they knew exactly where jungle starts were. Making sure that they could get those standard lanes to themselves, which makes a lot of sense. I'm really interested in this top lane matchup, by the way. Sheer, who for me was the Rookie of the Year last year. Such a good player for JDG. Sadly didn't make it to an international event to prove himself on that stage, but he's up against, you know, the old god now of LPL top lane. I suppose Flandre has been around longer than him, but he still classifies as that to me, really. And they're on such a good matchup to prove themselves in a 1v1. I want to see solo kills between the Shy and Sheer.
I mean, there's the fan vote. You understand why. There are just so many teams, so many players that rate IG right now. You heard it from Bim the other day. The only team that we're frightened of is Invictus Gaming. And of course, they lost to Thunder Talk, which was kind of hilarious in the wake of that comment. But there's some truth to it, right? Like the Shy, JJ, Rookie, Gala, Mako, those are all incredible names. Yes, the hype is on Rookie and the Shy reuniting, but the rest of this roster is all top tier LPL superstars.
Exactly, because it's also JJ and Mako reuniting. The duo that won Worlds the last time for EDG. They won Worlds more recently than the Shy and Rookie did. And, you know, on that EDG roster, it really was about JJ and Mako in a lot of sense. Yeah, they had, of course, Viper and Scout and Flandre as well, filling out the rest of that roster.
Pretty insane roster, really.
What an insane duo this jungle support was. Gala, the only non-Worlds winner for this is Rookie. He's going to get himself a passive reset here. Another nice. Nasty stuff. Reminder, Galio had a revert of his passive back to away from cooldown reduction affects your passive to if you hit an ability on the champion, it removes 4 seconds off of your passive, which is normally 8 seconds. If you hit 2 abilities, you reset your combo. So, my favorite combo, because I used to play a lot of Galio, was you flash smash W, and then you kind of basically reset through that, or you flash something like that. Either way, Rookie has over pushed, which is not exactly where he wants to be. And I got the combo wrong. Is you flash for the W with the E, and then you smash, and then you double with the Q.
There you go.
Probably not deliver that in a particularly entertaining nor easy way to understand.
No, that one was. I'm a little bit confused now.
You flash. Okay, one last shot of it. You flash in with a bit of CC.
Right.
That then allows you to smash once. You hit up with the other bit of CC and the other bit, and then you get another smash on top of them. So you get like a double smash combo, which is really fun.
That's quite a lot of damage on the smash pass.
It is, and it scales off magic resist too. So that means that that's where a lot of your damage does come through from tankier Gallios, especially when you're going for the Unending Despair first item. No, the Hollow Radiance. That's the one. I'm so used to saying Unending Despair. You can see that the Sylas doesn't like this matchup. Doesn't really get to do anything early. He's been pushed in, and Rookie is just laughed at him, pushes out the lane. Sylas doesn't get to have early agency.
Not really any shock there, but thank you for the in-depth description of how you get cool combos off. Why didn't you play that for my Avalon and Kindred, huh?
You never asked.
That's actually very true.
You never asked, actually.
That's actually so true.
If you wanted, you know, someone's like, oh, what do you think about playing? And I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, mainly because I think about, the way I normally think about it is, oh, I don't want to play double AP if you're playing everyone or something like that. But that could be
I feel like it's not as bad as it used to be running double AP. Nice pull out of the hook shot there, Sheer.
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah, you can interrupt as long as they do it before they get to press E2 or get that kind of extra move in. You can kind of interrupt it.
But yeah, because the way that Camille E is, well, the way that League of Legends is coded, folks, typically the question is, what happens is this happens with Tristana jump to.
Big time, yeah.
The last thing which affected your movement takes hold. So if you hit a Camille and then her E pulls her to the wall, the E pulls it to the wall. If the E's starting to pull it towards the wall already, and then you hit it with something which stops a dash, then the dash is stopped. What I was questioning is, I didn't know that Nico E would actually stop a dash, because I didn't think it would actually just stop you full, because I'm fairly sure I've Ari ulted into a Nico E multiple times actually in my career. And that hasn't stopped my dash, so I was a little bit surprised by that.
I think what it is, because there's basically two parts to the movement on hookshot. So it's the second part that gets interrupted as a result.
Well, okay, Kaz in a little bit of trouble here. So my question is not about whether it will happen to it. It's just a question of whether, you know, obviously a thrash hook will stop him because it's a displacement. Nico's not a displacement on that. No. It's just a question of whether that affects. Either way, while we're yapping about the coding of League, and which is not particularly relevant to what's happening on screen, we have a trade of objectives. IG moved their bot lane up to top lane earlier. Sheer took a bit of a bad trade and meant that there was no real play for FPX on the top side. It's Dragon for Grubs. IG happy now, really looking at the CS difference between bot lane, especially. Jesus Christ, actually, the CS difference.
Oh boy.
Heading up towards a 25 CS deficit. Not been the easiest 2v2 in regular season for Gala and Mako, but this one's been great.
Yeah, there is no man attached to this Batman right now. He's just the animal. There is no Dark Avenger. This is a very sad vengeance spear. I think it's the other way around, that particular epithet. But here we are. Care with the stolen ambassador. Could look to publicly execute someone, but IG have just come here in force. Now the Shy might be in danger. Flashes out of the public execution. Stolen from them.
And he needed to. One of the cardinal sins of League of Legends is standing next to a wall when there's a skill shot.
Oh, yeah.
You, and now he has no flash.
Oh, all right, Shadow. Going to the full kill. And first blood against, of course, the Shy.
The Shy goes down, FPX will take a play in mid, and that is exactly what they needed because they were starting to fall behind in some key roles. We've already highlighted the Callista falling behind, and that's to an unacceptable level for a 2v2, honestly. The Callista
really
can't play from a 20-30 CS deficit. That is so bad for them. So getting some gold, at least even by the form of assist, and then the plates after it's from mid lane, helps that a little bit.
I'm sure we'll get a replay in a moment about that, but I do really want to touch on that Callista problem again because it's really important to talk about in the sense that Callista requires you to smash lane and stack objectives. Both of these things need to be true. You need to get value out of the Callista, especially as a first pick or why you've locked it in. It is such an early game centered champion that this is really not good.
Question in chat, Giobruto. Yes, FPX will need to 3-0 this series to qualify for playoffs. IG, if they win a single series, go through a second seed from Group D. So, if this game ends in an IG win, that's it. The other games in the series, decorative after that point. So, that's definitely adding some tension to this game, particularly for FPX. IG, they could slip up a couple of times. As long as they win a single game, they're happy.
We might also get to the point where they win a single game and then just go, well, we'll try some weird stuff now. They have got Danny as a coach. They can do, can be known to be a little unserious at times.
And I'm sad it's not patch 3 because we don't have the Electrocute and Quinn buffs, which the Shy is a big player of. If any player is going to play Quinn and pro play, it is actually the Shy. So I hope we get to see a bit of that at some point.
Care needs to be careful here. JJ is just out the back here, shielding as they're trying to shove for this first turret. Gray and Bat have been roamed into mid lane to try and get out of the lane that they were just hard losing.
Oh, they're like a full level behind an AD carry. It's such a disaster for that standpoint as well. Yes, they got a bit of gold in that mid lane, but it's still really not what you want from that Callista. And Callista has a lot of melees to be hitting, don't get me wrong. The whole top side of people that you can dance around if you dodge out on some key skill shots, but you need the gold to be able to go toe-to-toe them. If Ambassador gets within melee range, the conversation changes quite quickly.
And this isn't Viper in Game 5, right?
No, yeah, against T1. Yeah, that was... Oh, what a great series.
It was really good fun, guys.
You know, folks, obviously we do LPL here. We like good League of Legends, and there's been some so good League of Legends recently. The BLG TC series was fantastic. If people think, oh, you know, it was just BLG playing badly, I mean, they didn't play well. Don't get me wrong. TT played fantastically, though. And you look at the T1 HLE series, I'm sure there are going to be some salty fans from T1 because... you have that right. If your team loses, I'm not going to begrudge you that.
And it was a winnable game, so it's frustrating.
Yeah. And in a 5-game series like that, but it's still really good League of Legends, folks, and I really enjoyed watching it. And the HLE fans, of course, will be walking away from that feeling mighty fine for themselves too. As Care takes the Galio ult. This is important because Silas is locked out from taking your ultimate based on the cooldown of your ultimate. Galio ult is bloody long, so he's not going to have that for a while. Really feeling like this next fight is going to be the huge one. Teleport coming in from Rookie behind enemy lines. I don't know whether he's... well, he's been spotted now as he heads down river. Grubs have spawned, Dragon spawning afterwards. This could be our game-changing play if everyone actually commits to a fight.
Yeah, it does. Gold lead. not actually all that great for IG. It's there, but it's only 500 or so gold. It's very playable right now. The Silas with a kill, obviously, is now ahead of the Galio, and you want that Silas with all those great ultimates to steal to be threatening with them rather than just delivering himself into the back line. FPX secured initial grub. Rookie and Care trading out here. The hero's entrance is stolen. Tries to shield it around to buy some time, but here comes the rest of FPX. And Rookie lives up to his namesake. Rookie mistake.
Oh, there's a flank as well. Here comes
Sheer! Beautiful angle. Gala now in danger. Gets hit with a depth charge. And of course, the Nico ult tries to buy time. Flash over the wall from Care. Gets him another. Dredgeline just shy. And the shy wasn't even there.
They stole the Camille Galio combo? Jesus, the villain's entrance. Care comes in with the stolen Galio ult and changes
combo
things up
idea.
so much. The villain's entrance. Really well played from FPX. Both of these teams playing a similar composition, so you can't just blame it on, oh, it's a hard composition to play for IG. It's a hard composition to play for both teams. FPX pull the trigger first and better.
That's fun. I'm definitely using that as a name. Villain's entrance is so good.
One of my favorite things as a caster is being able to make up stupid names for things which don't already have them. I have it for Aphelios' flavor of ultimates, and we have it for things like this too. Rookie's caught out trying to sort out the top side. I don't know why he thought it was safe to approach it, because the engage range is crazy. Folks, let us introduce you to our new favorite combo within League of Legends. You have a Galio? No, Silas does. Galio has a hero's entrance. Silas has a villain's entrance. Gala taken down by our Saturday night villain. Care slams it home.
And I wouldn't have gotten away with it too if it weren't for your meddling Galio ult steals.
Oh, I love League of Legends, folks. You know what my favorite stolen Silas ults? I've told you this before, but yeah, I'll tell you this. My favorite ones are Ornn, who has Call of the Forge God. Silas has Call of the Forgery God. It's a fake version. There is also one, it takes a little bit to explain. If you steal Ivan's ultimate, which is Daisy,
yep.
When Silas steals it, it's Peach.
It's
because
so
your
good.
ultimate is in another castle. Much like our favorite Super Mario princesses, Daisy and Peach. And then I was thinking about Rosalina's probably just a little too wordy.
Yeah,
that's my
doesn't
favorite
work.
one as well.
Yeah.
And then there's of course stealing
Super Galaxy Silas. Maybe
Rookie
gets
might
that
die
one.
here. He needs to flash out. Maybe use the W.
Bad turnaround and a flash out of the dredge line. Gets out alive, but does have to burn the additional summoner. IG head towards the bot lane. We'll look to trade this one out. Reminder, they have got enough grubs to make this threatening. They couldn't clear out that top lane tier 1, which they were looking for. It actually possibly means that FPX could try and race for this first turret. I think with the people here, it's not going to be that easy. So IG should still get this.
Lethality works on towers too, so Lethality Var is actually very good at killing these towers. The 4 grubs and the extra member. First turret goes over to IG. The kill feats of strength was picked up by FPX, so which means that the deciding one, now the first tower has been picked up by IG, will be on first to 3 objectives. Care so much gold. FPX are slow on the map though. They're not making a play anywhere. They're taking top lane. But remember, that first top lane turret was meant to be traded for the first bot lane turret. They've given up an inner turret too. Luckily for FPX, it's gold shared between 4 people. It's not a lot of gold on one person.
Shadow in danger. Jumped on there. JJ with the Spectral Maw. And Mako is the one that claims the kill and is first for IG this series.
That's an important one. FPX just lose their minds a little bit in terms of the macro play.
Oops.
And that's a problem. Reminder, folks.
His skin. My goat, JJ.
He is. He's playing the EDG Viego skin. You're absolutely right. I had not clocked that before. Occasionally Viper pulls out his Aphelios skin too.
4 world champions on this roster, by the way.
That's insane, man. That's insane. I'm kind of sad that Galio's not gotten a world championship skin yet. I think Faker might get one for this last one, especially with that Game 5 performance from World Finals.
It would.
Over in
I
London.
still think one of the most cinematic moments in League of Legends happened when we had the Silas steal the Galio and both Galio and Silas ulted simultaneously.
H-Lee BLG.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, we've had a few Galio moments.
Violence in chat asking, does Ultimate Hunter reduce the lockout from Silas's stolen ult? No, it reduces his cooldown of the actual ability where you cast it, but not. It doesn't reduce the cooldown on the target you've stolen it from. It's based on their base cooldown, I think it is. I don't think cooldown reduction affects that. I think it's just base. That one, you know what, actually, I'm not so sure. I take that back. I'm not so certain about that. I haven't played Silas for a while, and I'm not going to lie.
I just Silas when
I play Silas, I just look at the little ring around the enemy's feet and go, well, it's not.
Almost off cooldown.
It's almost off cooldown. That's good enough for me. So that one, I admit, not very helpful. Not sure about that one. Check the wiki.
And if there are a lot of niche interactions like that, and Silas is one of those champions where being a Sylas main helps because you have to know a lot of weird interactions because of how that champion works. We were having this joke yesterday, right? That every time a new champion comes out, the Sylas main start discussing, well, how is our new ultimate going to interact with the kit, right?
Oh god, that's great, man. I really like Sylas's kit in some ways. As
Ooh, Mako.
Sylas does fall into that kind of combo. And, you know, Kaz going up towards. That should probably be. I wonder if it's Riftmaker. We have seen some Riftmaker. Remind that his W has a HP scaling on it now. The Shy for IG. Look, we've talked a lot about the actual just surrounding mechanics of the game. Currently, the Shy's pushing out bot lane. They've already taken the inner turret. IG might give up the Herald.
TP.
And he's teleporting now. Okay, this is going to be a big old fight.
Gonna land the original dredge line. Herald secured. Fight commences as in goes Rookie, but the Fate's call will bring the support out. Rookie now in danger. Ults away to safety. The heroes exit. Gets the Galio out, but the rest of the fight now condensing as JJ and Shy go on to Care, who flashes out. Has the ability to go join in. The villain's entrance! Gallo falls down, and they get 3.
Oh, FPX, they have started to clean up the fight, but the resets are there from JJ. Is there another villainous story to be told yet? No, I think he's gonna go away and he'll escape into the shadows. IG lose a big fight. I love this combo.
So much fun.
I love this so much, man.
I got to legitimately cackle as part of a proper League of Legends casting call. That was very good fun. I want to do this again at some point.
One of the great things about doing this on our own stream is that we get to be a bit more. No, I lie about that. We do that on broadcast too. To go into the replay of this, the Shy could have stayed away from this. I almost wonder whether they should have stayed away from this. Rookie gets a double top, but where's the damage? It's a great Nautilus ult, actually, to stop any damage follow-up. Mako makes a mistake. He pulls his ult with no value there. And then where are their tools? They have no Hero's Entrance, no Pop Blossom. They don't have the Varus ult. Shear's still got everything. Care is pulling up an absolute storm. And as we said, the Camille stolen Galio combo again just puts him in the dirt.
They're saying, oh man, you've got what happens if you run out of Varus damage. Do you have enough damage on Invictus Gaming? And that fight showed it's not going to be that easy. As teleports begin to fly, a bit of scuffling happening as I believe a dragon was just taken, that one by Invictus Gaming.
IG took that, and that means that they get the feats of strength. So they did get that third objective before FPX could claim that. They were one grub off. If that play had happened a little bit different with the grubs earlier, they would have had the feats of strength. So IG will have the extra gold, well, the gold value to their name from the stats on tier 2 boots and the ability to upgrade them later. Will say, I'm still absolutely in the camp of you shouldn't be upgrading them early. They are much more effective the later on they go. The dopamine from getting a new item is not quite the same. As IG may be going a little too far. God, that would have been so close. Jue, rookie support, having a good game again today. Well, he was a rookie from last year. He's still one of our newest supports in the LPL. He's really impressed me with his LPL career so far.
And, you know, credit over to Bat as well. This Kalista now in a much better spot. Back up even in gold. Yes, I think the story of this game is more about the fact that Care is really ahead, and with all of these ultimates, still can be a real threat. And the fact that Camille, Sheer, matching up against the Shy just fine here. The gold near enough to even. Now, that's a big deal when you want this Camille to be a threat with the Vi, with this Galio coming in, with the villain's entrance, as we've been having a lot of fun with.
So that one's going well. Mid lane was meant to be a neutralizing matchup, and technically it is. The Sylas is still going to have to deal with, you know, not having the easiest push against the Galio. Rookie is 1.5k down. Care, mercurial player. For those of you that don't have the vocabulary of someone with a brother who has an English lit degree, means it on and off. Someone that is very streaky. He's got a Riftmaker now. I think Riftmaker changes this matchup. You go towards a bit of pan afterwards, and I think Care does not care about the Galio matchup anymore, and that's a problem. If he gets that far ahead of the game, Galio needs to have 2 people over his shoulders to secure the kill. I don't think, actually, even Ambessa is enough at that point. I think Care just heals off the both of them. That's going to be a huge problem.
JJ, I think, understandably going towards a damage Viego build because the damage profile on Invictus Gaming is quite burst heavy. It's quite melee range with the exception of the Varus. And if your Varus is 0, 2, and 2, and the rest of your map is kind of going even or whatever, you need this damage to come in somewhere, especially if the Varus is being taken off the board early every fight.
Question in chat. Where's the damage? Well, that depends on gold leads a little bit, doesn't it? Gold overall, not that problematic. IG don't have much consistent damage.
Yes.
However, they do have good burst damage. And if that burst damage gets Viego a reset, there's your damage. That'll help you. On the other side, of course, you've got Camille. Very good consistent damage too, if you manage to stick in melee. Sylas, same kind of thing. And Kalista. You have still good burst from them too. IG really need a reset. They need a reset. They need to survive the initial pick off Sheer or Shadow if they go too deep, Care if they can.
That'd be wonderful.
If you get Care's soul onto Viego,
Life is good.
the problem is when you're playing against Viego, if you have a Fed carry, they have the Fed carry. Silas is used to the whole stealing thing. Actually, between Silas and Viego, if you have them on the same team, you get to steal an entire champion's kit. Nico too, actually, is also in the game. Get to steal their cosmetics as well.
Very rude of them, really.
I know. I'm actually not sure how it works. If Viego steals a champion, can Nico steal the stolen champion's skin?
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm leaving that one as is. Gala, Ghostblade, active, Mako around, in, of course, EDG Viego. It's his skin too now, of course. Actually has his own skin. It's a Yumi skin based off his own cat, which is really adorable.
Yeah, that cat's great. I think Crisp also has a cat too, which is great. Look, I'm a big fan of this. Look, Atakan started up, starting to stack up those javelins. Remember, if you are tanking Atakan, you do slowly lose resist, which means that the burst damage is kind of nasty. IG have control of the Tri-Brush, though. Not the cleanest setup, and FPX can see that, and they go, okay, let's not chance that. Sheer needs to sort out bot lane anyway. The show is pushing that in. Let's not commit to a fight too hastily. The gold is still... Overall, the gold is not too bad. Galio caught again.
Tries to time out the ult with his own shielded round, trying to buy some number. Is being run at. The Rift Maker is so obnoxious. They go further. Rookie finally falls. The teleport begins to fly, but Shadow and Care can look to try and get across here themselves. Big pick off again. This mid jungle from FPX popping off, and we've talked about Care, but Shadow, second series on the roster, having a great old time on this fight.
And one of my big issues with FPX on paper at the start of the season was, where was the leadership? Yeah, there was a lot of good talent in there. I like Care when he's on a good game. I love Sheer as a rookie player, but he's still a more rookie player. Jway, similar story. Who is going to lead this team? And Shadow can potentially help with that. Jway has flash. Is he going to flash ult? Yes, he is. Gala ulted up.
And Bessa ult stolen. They go in with the Hextech ultimatum, and it's publicly executed. The Ruined King meets the guillotine, and it feels just a little bit French over in China right now. But the turnaround begins to come on through as Gala survived the onslaught and can begin to get some back. 2 dead is a huge deal, and the shutdowns go to Gala's Varus.
Gala hits an ult onto Care as he wants to pull the Ambassador ult. You can't cast it while you're rooted, and Gala manages to escape the play. Gala saves the game, maybe, for IG by hitting that ultimate onto Care in their crucial combo. And FPX can't quite get what they came for. I'm sure we'll see it in the replay as well. IG will get themselves a 3rd dragon onto Soul Point. And while FPX have had most of the flashy games this game, you can see that it's not quite as easy as that in terms of the overall objective play. Start onto Rookie, it's good. You can see that, you know, the dual damage, which is both really good anti-tank, means that Rookie, tanky he is, not infinitely so though. That is a hell of a combo as the chains go super stretch mode. Just the outside of the cube ends up helping with that. Look at this. As they go for the combo, fantastic flash Nautilus up. Hits here, and he can't cast his ultimate. Gala survives, he gets to walk back into the brush, use his 2nd arrow, his 2nd cooldown, and that means that they can play around having the poke Varus. A body block from the Nico clone saves him as well, while the Shy is running rampant on the back line. The Shy and Gala team up to do some incredible stuff in this team fight.
Because the moment that Viego fell, I was thinking, oh man, Gala gonna struggle, but actually didn't have to buy either his summoners either in that. And now at 3 items back in this game. That was a big swing because the gold, only 1,000 different after that, and Soul Point for Invictus game. We've been singing FPX's praises. It's felt like they've been the ones with the more successful proactive plays, but we see this a lot with top tier teams versus mid to lower tier teams. Your successful plays may look flashy on screen, but it's the small details, the fundamentals, the CSing, what's happening in terms of resource acquisition that costs you in the end.
So Care does have a teleport. He wants to take this in a turret, and he does. Can he recall in time? He would like to teleport in. He's going to be late, though. Mako gets an ult!
Not the greatest, but the double taunt after does a lot of work. Into the backline they go. Hextech ultimatum ensures that Nico is dead. Atakan secured, though. Means that IG get what they came for.
Mako with a 3-man ult really solves the problem there for IG. Care still has a stolen Nico ult to work now, but with the GAs on the other side, IG feel a lot more bold. Really feel like IG managed to space that fight a lot better. It wasn't the Varus in danger again, and that really helped. The Varus is so nasty if they escape the initial engage. IG might just have clutched out what was looking like a very difficult game with FPX's early game popping off so hard with the combos.
We've had this conversation already about where Invictus Gaming damage is. It's burst, it's melee, but the majority of it But Gala surviving 2 fights in a row has meant they have had a little bit more consistency to work with, and now this Viego at 2.5 items. This Ambessa beginning to get scary too. Let's look again.
On initial look, you think, okay, well, what's up with the Nico? Is it that good? It doesn't hit the carries. It hits Vi before she can get a combo. I think that's a great Nico ult. On retrospect, it's a little bit harder to tell in the moment, I suppose, because it's not hitting, you know, the Callista, which you normally think, wow, that'll solve your fight. But it's more than enough. They get the Atakan.
Let's go, Danny.
And Danny's happy with that one.
Can't blame him, really, can you? Feeling very happy about it. Atakan buff is available. It is, of course, the Ravenous Atakan rather than Ruinous. Took me a second to remember the correct order there. Just went with Ru until I remembered. Wasn't it like a deliberate aesthetic choice?
Sometimes when I'm casting other teams, and rule up, wait, no, I just think all AD carries do
rule
well.
now,
Sometimes he got out a little bit. He's heading towards a Cosmic Drive, actually, as a third. I was wondering if he's going to go towards some Pen to go into a better matchup versus the Galio. I think at this point he's saying, look, Galio's going to be Galio. I'll deal with him when I deal with him. Let's deal with the other people first. FPX need to find another clean combo. They can do that well. Reminder, you can smite away the Edge of Night on the Varus. That's not that much of a problem. What it does save you against is something like a Camille ult out of nowhere, a Callista ult out of nowhere. The Vi is actually the problem.
Yeah.
Atakan still available, which will help with the GAs. Baron started up. IG have vision control for this objective.
Way going to be jumped on. Shadow pulls away. That Nautilus now in danger. Mako rocket belt to the backline into a public execution. Care flashes out, gets over the wall, survives for a moment. They get one withdrawal. Bat trading out with the Shy, who's way away. Sheer gets another with the Precision Protocol Part 2. They finally kill off the Nautilus. Does the Shy. But FPX actually do a fairly decent amount of work there. Sheer goes on in with the hook shot, flashes away, but the Shy clip shielding. Doing a fair amount. Tactical sweep just wide.
Care still has the stolen Galio. Is he healed up at all? He doesn't have flash. Can he get in anyway?
Look for an abscond of Duck. Can't quite find it. The Shy looking to turn around. Comes back on him with a villain's entrance. Gets a knock up onto Rookie, who flashes out. Viego back. Looking for an angle. Shadow gets rooted with the Tangle Barbs.
Oh, so close. I wonder whether Care could have outplayed that onto the Shy. Doesn't quite manage to do so, even with his 3 items. And FPX, the mid-jungle, which was doing so well in this game, haven't pulled off a clean combo in a little while now. IG use their Atakan. They win the fight just enough to get back out onto the map with the withdrawals, go towards the Baron, and that will set them up for success. They might miss out on the soul on this Dragon attempt, but they'll get the Baron, and they'll be happy with that.
That was a very fractious fight. The Shy went miles away from the rest of the squad. Well, Shy went miles away in the other direction. It felt like both top laners did what their kits was designed to do. We just dive backline. It just happened the backlines were running in diametrically opposing directions. FPX now might still want to take this fight. I think I blame them because I think Atakan buffs will now fall enough. If you can get a good fight here, denial of those Baron buffs and the soul, life is good.
Yeah, Care doesn't have level 16 for the crazy ult spam in team fights. We ult goes down to just a ridiculously low cooldown. But Shadow is going to spot out the Shy. He's off of vision. IG have had better objective setup. Ever since they won that one fight, they've had way better objective setup. Reminder, folks, IG, if IG win this game, they are through a 2nd seed, regardless if they lose all the rest of the games in the series after that point. He's actually hopping over the wall. What does Shadow want to do? Cancels out his Q, just uses it to go to the side. She has a lot of damage to the Shy!
It goes the Shy, and there's the Hero's entrance this time around. Pop Blossom follows onto 3. The Shy forces Bat miles and miles and miles away. Resets begin to fly. Stolen public execution onto Gala from Care is not enough to secure the kill. And Invictus Gaming still looking for more. Care gets 1, but it is the support. It is not the true value. And Gala survives. A flash is enough to keep his life available. JJ will head back over. Soul secured by Invictus Gaming.
The Shy is playing this game out so well. Yeah, he died for first, but guys, that's just the Shy. What else am I meant to tell you? The rest of his game has been immaculate. He has dealt with Care. He has dealt with Bat. He's dealt with the whole damn team. Even if Rookie struggled himself individually this game, and he's had a bit of an up and down split, the Shy actually has been very impactful here, and one of the more consistent members of IG, dare I say it.
4th item now completed for Gala. 3rd for this Viego as well, by the way. That is Immortal Shield both. Even a lot of crit on this Viego.
What an insane ult. What an insane ult. Because you can't retreat out of the Galio on time. Doesn't matter that there's no hard CC. Splits the team up wonderfully. Bat is out of the fight. Your Callista, part of your CC, is gone. There's a reset as Sheer gets caught in the engage, and Care doesn't get enough done either. He can't do it himself. He needs someone else to combo up with it. He doesn't have the best ult steals at this point either. Really well set up by the Shy and Rookie. That combo was insane.
Sheer got walked back into the Galliot to get knocked up, and then gets hit by the knockup from the Pop Blossom straight after. The Camille did nothing that fight, and that's a massive difference.
This was the hope for IG, is that when one person's struggling a little bit, as the combo comes into the mid lane, they're going to shut down the Shy potentially, and they do. You've been singing his praises. However, you are still giving up an inhibitor tower for this. FPX, if they only get one kill from this, they'll not feel happy. They need something else.
Can they get in range to stop more? They have stopped the backs.
Stop the back. Shadow.
Look at Shadow.
On the side. Shadow. No ult, no flash. Can they find a fight?
Villain's
5v4.
entrance is available too. Shadow. Go in, he's on control, wall goes forward, they can look at the backline. Where is the turnaround? Villain's entrance comes on in, massive knockup. The stopwatch is by time, JJ gets a reset. Rookie returns the favor. They get one onto Gala, but the resets still keep flying back. Trying to hop his way out, but this Viego just picks them all up. Wait for it, hold your breath, say it with me, folks. JJ on his skin, on his champion, looking for a pentakill. And Bat won't give it. So we won't be saying it now, but JJ with the quadra kill still saves the fight. FPX can't win in the 5v4, and IG will advance through to playoffs as second seed of Group D. If they'd ended the game there too, they bait us out. IG take the fight, but they don't quite take the Nexus yet. Man, I thought Viego was about to have such a cool moment. He nearly did. It was really the Viego dream.
If he had his own ult after he came out of the Soul, that would have been the case. It's another great combo of the Camille Galio being stolen over. But the return ult just buys so much time. Look at the damage coming through, and Care dies. You've given over the Fed Silas over to the Viego, who just absolutely one-shots, the remainder of the health bars if you allow him to it. But he doesn't have his own ult cooldown. If he has that for the extra gap close, would have changed so much stuff. They run out of CC, W falls a bit short, and sadly, JJ, even with his high damage Viego build, Triforce Collector shield bow, with his ult scaling off of crit as well, can't quite get himself the Penta.
No, and Shieldbow is your crit version of Sterax. What can I say?
Shadow over the wall. Is he going for a big old flank again?
Might be. I don't blame him. You got Flash.
You can tell now that actually IG don't have the vision control that they really want. You can see there's being a little bit of a problem for them. Shadow not spotted again. Shadow really playing around the Fog of War very well. I guess it should have known that one from his name. IG are claiming towers. They are pushing up. They're staying as a group up unit. He's going fast enough to maybe be a Sonic. He's diving potentially into the backline.
No.
But just look at the unit from IG. So hard to get themselves the combo they need.
And you've still got to be aware, right, that yes, you can steal the Galio, but you've still got Galio's Galio up to manage, and that's not that easy with the Pop Blossoms as well. You've got a lot of tools to make an overdive very tricky.
Oh, Bat has to flash away. Mako catches them.
Monster Pop Blossom. Hero's entrance comes on through as well, and immediately JJ gets the kill he couldn't secure in the last fight. The Callista is dead. The rest of FPX sure to follow. It was a very valiant effort from them. Truly it was.
Sure.
But FPX,
I don't know.
Something.
Diego's dead. They actually might be able to play this.
There's a bit of damage. Rookie, also pretty valuable. Shadow trying to trade this one out. The problem is the Shy is still here, and the health bars are so desperately low, and that Ambessa with all of the dashes, all of the HP, you just can't stop it. They'll have to teleport back to try and defend the turrets. Sheer has no HP, and they'll have to go back to the fountain and try desperately in a 2v3.
That they will. IG rushing towards the Nexus. There is a bit of a regen coming through, but as you said, hang on, one dead. Is there going to be another? The Shy might just clean
Oh
up.
my days, that Ambessa is just not okay at this point. Tangle Barbs go wide. Sheer going to try and trade this one out. Gets a Pop Blossom or a Precision Protocol part 2, and the respawns come through. Goes looking for a hookshot. Nice dash from the Shy. Dragstyle still comes on through. The healing, though, is just obscene. Trying to keep this Ambessa down with Ocean Soul and all that Omni Vamp is tricky. Precision Protocol part 2 again up the hookshot. Continues to Drake out step, though. And Camille doesn't know this. Dash from Pop Blossom is back on cooldown. Back, trying to trade this one out. Has got Terminus and a Jack show at this point, but Mako gets over the wall. And they save the game. But
Welcome,
somehow he's
everybody.
alive.
Welcome, everybody, to Ocean Soul max rank of Ultimate Ambessa. Every rank of Ambessa's Ultimate gives you 10% Omnivamp on your abilities. 30% Omnivamp with an Ocean Soul? Yes, please. The Shy regens through it all. And once again, the game does not end, but it feels like it is limping closer and closer towards that FPX Nexus.
Excellent first message in Twitch chat as well. Nonsense champions. There is a bit of nonsense that's occurring here. Let's be real.
I love the phrasing on that. Yes, absolutely. Another Baron's going to go down in the picture-in-picture. As FPX, they hold on to the game. And folks, this game, if they lose this, they lose their playoffs hopes and dreams. You can tell why they're fighting so bloody hard for this, even though it is just the regular season, the group stage. Look at the healing. Look at the goddamn
This is
healing.
silly.
The Eclipse, the Ocean Soul. The Ocean Soul keeps ticking. Extra 400 HP already from that. Gets a 2-person, 3-person AoE set of abilities off. It means that he manages to survive round to Nico saving him just at the end. Slimmest of margins as we walk potentially back towards the Nexus.
Infinity Edge just completed by Shir. This is now a full crit Viego.
Worth noting, technically, Viego Ultimate is coded as an auto attack. It scales off of crit as well, so that's a lot of damage. Bloody hell, that's a lot of damage from the Shy level 18. That is a very good chunk taken out.
Ow, ow, ow. Big chunk onto that Nautilus. There's the public execution. There's the hero's entrance. And there, I fear, is the end of the game. Invictus Gaming had to wait a second before they could truly eat the dessert. But Denial makes the final victory taste sweeter. FPX, their playoff streams was slim to begin with. They are now non-existent. Invictus Gaming win one game and knock FPX out.
IG, they have that guy to thank quite heavily for that, don't they? The Shy, JJ, I think both of them, with their cleanup plays at the end of the game, really solved things for what ended up being a little bit difficult for IG at points, with the combos coming out thick and fast from FTS. Folks, welcome back to our little corner of the world and our little corner of Twitch, YouTube, and other places as well. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. We are Nymaera and Initialise.
Hello.
We're brothers. We cast the LPL because there's no official broadcast anymore. We do it. We've done it for the last 2 years now, including this one, so I guess 1 and a bit years, I suppose. And we hope you're really enjoying our coverage of a league that we love an awful lot and enjoying games like this an awful lot. For those of you who are fans of the old FPX org, of IG bringing back the super team, it's great to see these teams play such a fun match. As soon as I saw those comps, I was like, yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath. I'm so glad it delivered on that.
It was really good fun. I'm so happy with that one. Just, it's a good time. There was a moment there where it felt like FPX had got the code. They figured out how to play it. Care was so ahead.
There was that one player around Raptors.
Ah,
Gala hits
was
an ult.
free.
Honestly, the most important play of that game is actually Gala hitting an ult onto Care as they went to go continue the combo. The fact that he couldn't do that changes everything. Changes absolutely
He
everything.
still got in, right? But it wasn't onto that Varus.
Yeah.
It wasn't as valuable, right? Now, you kill the Viego, great news. That stops the resets, but the Varus still free-firing, not having to blow flash, not having to blow barrier. Really problematic.
Sam, this was the game which mattered in
I
this
know.
series.
I'm going to probably...
Yeah, so
call
Sam,
that.
Sam has other stuff to do today. Sam is going to leave us now because the rest of this game the rest of this series might be a fiesta. And Sam,
Yes.
that's your warm-up game. That's
It is.
great.
I'm happy.
So thank you so much for joining
Appreciate
us.
it.
Everyone, give a
Thank you.
to Sam.
I will see you all this evening. For no
for
particular reason.
You go do your thing.
No particular reason.
Okay, all right. You go do your stuff,
Do you
Sam.
want a coffee while I'm out there?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Sure thing. We'll just get this chair out of the way and I'll come do that for you.
I'll put this on the edge of the desk. Oh, folks. I'm very happy to see IG pull out fun games like this. Let's be honest, folks. When you see that IG roster, you really want to see them pulling off fun compositions like that, don't you? The chat says bye, Sam.
Chat. Bye, chat.
And he says bye back. Okay. Well, we'll settle ourselves in for the long run. I do need to put us on break at some point, so I can get stuff. So we can get ourselves a bit of an ad break as well. I'm going to run ads now, actually. It felt close because someone on IG flashed the Camille Galio combo in their own team into their own team first for 3 fights. Second they stopped doing that, they started winning the fight. Well, I think also the team played better around objective setup and vision control to make sure that it wasn't Gala getting hit. Because it doesn't actually matter if it hits the whole team. At that point in the game, it matters if it hits Gala. If it hits the Varus, the game completely changes. And I think you only have to hit the Varus. And you can see that basically if Gala survived, the game was very, very hard. And he did that one play. It allowed them to kind of walk through into a much better setup for the rest of the series. We'll get ourselves some highlights after this, I suppose. Oh, that damage from the Shy. The Shy had just... Folks, the Shy just had 1,000 DPM game on Ambassador. That is insane. That is absolutely unfair, actually. Oh, this is after so much of the cool games happened. I'm surprised they didn't have the clips earlier in the game for some insane combos coming out from FPX. But I guess this is the IG highlight reel, isn't it? Oh, what a great game from the Shy. He played this super well, actually. Thanks to the follows, by the way, folks. I appreciate it. If you'd like to support our channel, of course, we're watching this over on Onivia as well. So if you please support that channel too. One of the highlight channels I use to research so many pro games. Makes it so much easier. I already spend 50 hours a week watching Pro League. Watching highlights does make it a lot more palatable. But yes, we are streaming over on Nymaera with an underscore on Twitch. Nymaera on YouTube as well. And then, of course, on Onivia on YouTube. If you'd like to support either us, drop a like, drop a comment. And if you're haters, that's fine too. Just drop a comment. It helps the algorithm. Did FPX have to win map 1? FPX had to win map the first. By the way, in League of Legends we don't call them maps, we call them games. I know on other esports titles they call them maps, particularly in Counter-Strike, because we only use the one map, so it doesn't really count in the same way. But yes, FPX would have to win all 3 games to qualify for playoffs. Where would the LoL esports community be without Onivia? That's a great question. There are a couple of really good highlight channels which I end up using. And I just kind of like, I have to say, up until the last year or two, I kind of took them for granted. And now I'm actually working in esports and I need to watch so many games. I'm like, yeah, this stuff's really useful. Oh, what a nonsense champion. Oh, the Shy just took the game into his own hands after a while. What a player, man. Look, I am definitely a certified Shy non-believer at points. However, when he's playing on his game, you can't deny the impact this guy has. One of the most snowbally top laners to ever exist within League of Legends. And we'll find out our MVP after that. I'm assuming it's going to be the Shy MVP? Might be JJ. Love seeing Nico shine at the end there. Yeah, Nico had a rough early game. They had a very good laning phase. They got like 30 CS up, right? And then they had some awesome team fights later on. The first couple of team fights of the game, Mako struggled, but then the Atakan fight, the Mako Nico all arguably saved that fight for them. And then later on, you know, saving the Ambassador as well. And that one clutch play was awesome. Hey, Pivotal, it's good to see you. He's both solo winning and solo losing until the Nexus falls. That is exactly what the Shy does. You are completely right. And he gets the MVP. Solo winning, solo losing, solo everything. The Shy's back, man. The Shy's back. First MVP of the split. 3 series in. Nice. Oh. Wait, Sam, did you... Oh, for God's sake, Sam. No, it's the planning for food stuff, because we've been doing this for like a week or so. Oh, okay.
It was only messaged last night.
Oh, right. Okay, maybe yeah. I can't do any other day that weekend though.
That's fine, we'll do that weekend. We'll do that day then.
Okay, well, yeah.
It's fine if you can't do it, and that's the day we do it.
Yeah.
Because we only got this message last night.
Oh.
21st it is? No worries.
Do you mind just messaging that now, Sam? Cool. So we've just got some food plans we're planning, so. Cool. Well, the Shy gets himself an MVP. Folks, I'm going to go on a quick break. Are you a fan of the new tournament format this split? I don't love the group stage. I love having best of fives. I love having best of 5 fearless. I don't like the matchups because we don't get to see top teams versus top team for so much of it. Yeah, Shy getting all votes. Nice. I don't like the Shy or Bin and other good carry top players because when you watch them, others play carry top lane. As you can see, they're just so bad comparatively. They expose your other favorite players? Yeah. Nico's the first champion you learned in League? Cool. By the way, has there been an increase in Korean players coming to LPL? I think it's about the same, because we've had some Korean players. There have always been a lot of Korean players in LPL ever since Season 5, after the Korean Exodus went to LPL. You had both of the great Samsung teams move their players over there, and they were bought out. Okay, folks, I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna go just take a break real quick, and we'll back for the next game. I've got to do that now, of course, before our next draft's up. So I'll see you in just a minute. Oh, Beryl, what a player. Shanji the GOAT because he plays for NIP? You an NIP fan? I'm gonna guess that. Anyway, I'm back, folks. Close to our second game of the series. Reminder, folks, FPX are now out. I think, does that solve our playoffs bracket now? Thank you. Does that solve our playoffs bracket? Hang on, let me unmute this. Can I?
就是倾斜度还是蛮高的，大家都会集合。然后我觉得我们这方面要就是做好一点。我觉得就是在 LPL 登场了10年，就是觉得，其实这10年都挺不容易吧。然后也就是自己能坚持到现在挺开心的。然后对10年前的自己的话，就说，希望自己能够不忘初心吧，然后不留遗憾，在这个赛场上面。未来的话，我觉得就是自己，就是可能要更努力，然后希望能发挥得更好吧。
Howdy, folks. I gotta turn that off before we get ourselves copyright banned. Yay! I say copyright banned, it's not exactly that bad, right? You know. Anyway, close enough to our second draft of the day. How many kills does Rookie have? You can scrub back on the VOD and you can tell, Michael. So if you go back on the VOD, you will be able to see that on the scoreboard. And I get there are a lot of people who come in here for, like, you know, betting stats and stuff. It's, yeah, you can if you're watching on YouTube, scrub back, you can tell it from the overlay. It's not too hard to find out. and if you're betting on something you don't even know how to read the stats of, I'm gonna say maybe learn a little bit about the game. It'll help you out an awful lot. Rookie got 2 last game? Cool. Nice. Sam, just checking you're okay for the 21st. Okay, right, cool. Right, I can log back in, sorry. Plans are now sorted. Okay, what the hell do we get for the rest of the series then? Do we just get some random champions? I mean, nothing changes now. FPX, do they... I mean, I guess they... Well, technically they're fighting for seeding for next split now, is what they're doing. I find myself with a lot more free time at the moment, so I get the luxury of watching more LPL, LCK, living the dream. I know, right? It's so cool being actually able to watch this stuff. Okay, well, oops, that's the wrong one. Completely clicked the wrong scene. Good job, me. I should really set up another stream deck thing so I don't click that stuff nearly as easy. IG the shy. Man, it is so crazy how much the IG has revitalized some of the interest in this league. So many legendary players if people want to turn up and watch their continued careers of. Me too, obviously. So many of these players are some of my very favorites. I love watching that AGG 21 roster. Into our draft, folks, for Game 2. You're going to be joined by just me now, as Sam's going to rest his voice for things he's going to do later into the day, so we get ourselves back into a classic solo cast of the Nymaera variety. So, typically, the champions which really rule Fearless Draft are the ones which are really easy to build compositions around. You know what you're doing with a Skarner, you know what you're doing with a Nocturne. They're all very, well, I guess Skarner is very easy to plan around because he can do anything, really. Nocturne does one specific thing and the whole composition follows suit. Kalista, technically one of those two. That being out the window is a big change. Galio being out the window means that Rumble does need to be banned. Yeah, you need to get rid of that Rumble. Galio is the answer to it. If you don't have a Galio for the Rumble, you're going to have a bad time. IG, of course, on the red side. They were on red side last time too, because FPX won the 1v1. What else is important here? Varus, Kalista both gone. Corki and Ezreal. They're quite valuable here. Jhin, Ashe. If you want to go towards a different kind of AD carry. Victor. Diana. Hang on. But the thing is, Diana is a care champion. Care plays that pick in mid lane. Why do they ban it away for themselves? Have they got some scrim info on IG? Do they play themselves some Yasuo Diana? Did they want to play like a long range backline which doesn't do well into that? I don't think Rookie's been playing any Diana mid. Cassante banner as well. That makes a lot of sense. Cassante, a very solid first pick, allows you to do kind of anything. Works in both regular lanes and in lane swaps. Were there any bright spots for FPX in Game 1? Absolutely. Yeah, there were, Kiwi. Zyra first picked in. Yeah, again, that champion is so good right now. Diana feels super Zyra B1. That's a great point, Pivotless. I've just not seen much Diana Yasuo actually punish a Zyra, because the problem is if you have a front line with the Zyra, then it's not great. Corki locked in. That is a flex pick between Rookie and Gala. Rookie is an incredible player of the AD Corki in mid lane. Very strong early laning phase, so Shadow will need to, well, Shadow will need to be attentive to his mid lane matchup, whatever that is. Do you take away the MF from the Leona? If now you dive onto the Zyra with another long range AD carry, be really hard to get to them. Leona into Zyra is a good pick. The Ashe Braum does make it really hard to reach it now, though. Because your Leona is going to struggle in lane versus the Ashe Braum. And later into the game, Braum and Zyra put down their ultimates. Things got a little bit difficult there, too. Jeje goes towards the Nidalee. Hard to play composition a little bit. You need to be off the ground early. Hard to do that as Nidalee into Braum. If you don't have a good first 2 clears versus Zyra, and pick up something, force her off some camps, pick up a kill somewhere, and Zyra just tends to steamroll through your clearing. That was a really good draft call. That was a very good draft call on the Diana being a Zyra first pick. I appreciate that one a lot. I'll stay shilling for Yi being a competitively viable Zyra answer. Oof. I would need to do a lot of thinking, and my brain is not always... it's sometimes opposed to that, the whole thinking thing. I know, it's quite controversial. Kair's Tristana banned away. Kair is a very good Tristana player. They have their magic damage in hand already, so they don't have to lock in AP mid if they don't want to. You can do. No real threat there to have to do that. FPX draft already looking rubbish? I disagree, Garfield. I think that what FPX have is a long-range disengage composition with a winning lane against a Leona because Braum beats Leona. Ashe Braum is a very strong lane. I think that's fine enough already. If you take off the nameplates to the teams, I think I'd be pretty happy with the Zyra Ashe Braum. You've got offensive and defensive options. Probably need another engage option if at all possible. The Ashe Arrow is your only real thing right now. Luckily, IG don't have themselves a Mikhail's builder right now. You know, if you had a Renata with a Mikhail's, it'd be a bit more difficult. Well, I say Renata, maybe Rakan with Mikhail's. That'd probably be a better option for that one. I can't remember seeing Ashe win lately. That doesn't mean Ashe isn't a strong champion. There's Yone banned away from Kair. That would have been another engaged champion. That would have been very powerful for them. What do they go for? You could go for a tank engaged top lane. You could do that. Would that leave you a little bit low damage? Can't pick that Callista Gala. You're hovering over it. You can't pick that, buddy. It was picked in game 1. I guess you could go... IG, they could go for either the MF or they could go for the Ziggs. The Ziggs isn't blocked by the Braum shield and they go for that. MF would be blocked by that. Ziggs Leona, it doesn't win lane, but it very rarely loses lane. I mean, it can win lane as well, but against Ashe Braum, I don't think it's winning lane. What you're doing now is Leona is never really going in for a play unless there's an exceptional opportunity. You kind of leave it there. So, what is our mid lane? Are we going towards the old Zeri mid lane meta? Yes, we are. You know it's the Corki matchup now with the Ziggs locked in. You know the Corki's not going bot lane. Zeri for Kair in the mid lane. Very much a summer of last year pick. LPL loved the Zeri mid lane. What's your top lane? You need a bit more engage, I think. You need something to bring you a bit more ability to pin people in place. I think a tank top lane is probably good here. No, it's not a bad blind pick. I guess you don't want to pick a tank blind to get punished. But the Gnar is really hard to play around as engaged. FPX have good damage. I just don't know how they pin people in place very well. Whereas on the other side, the Leona, very, very nice there too. The Shy, last pick for top lane. What you got in stock for us? The Shy had an MVP, his first of the split here in game 1, and has returned to pro play after taking 2024 off, after losing in the World Finals on Weibo. To get there though, incredible achievement for that. Jax locked in for the Shy. Yeah, I think IG walk away with better CC, which is nice for those team fights. Need to be a little bit careful in their laning phase in bot lane. And if they don't get enough out of this Nidalee, things do get a little bit tricky with the Zyra outvaluing that pick too. If you choose your angles poorly and you don't get a good solar flare onto the Zyra, Zyra will need to go for a Banshee's Veil at some point. You can't play without a Banshee's Veil against it. Ziggs Leona WoW is a Zyra. I think IG have a lot of good threat. You have 3 long-range carries. If they manage to actually escape the initial engage and turn around the damage, cool, awesome. Will you actually manage to do that in the first place, though? IG, they've done what they came here to do today. They have achieved 2nd spot in their group. They're into playoffs. The rest of this series is now very, very chill for them. FPX, I believe if they win a game... No, maybe they need more than that. They need to win the series. They would need to win the series to potentially tie with RNG. I'm not even sure if that's possible now. I haven't checked out the game score, but they'd need to win to at least contest it. Otherwise, they would finish 4th in their group,
And then in the next split, when it comes around to the group stage, they will be seeded as a 4th placed team. We'll go and unmute the stream now as we go towards our Rift as well. So folks, please join me in welcoming our teams to the Rift once more. IG versus FPX. This was a battle for 2nd seed. Now it is not. IG, by winning game 1, have secured themselves a playoff spot. And FPX are kind of just playing for the dregs now. IG, fantastic scrapping from them later into the game. It was fun, it was bloody. And the crowd, I'm sure, were riled up by that one too. Let's see how they feel with the gyros ring out. Level 1 plan. This is one of the bonuses of having a Braum. Braum is one of the strongest level 1 champions in the game just by having this. You get to walk up into the enemy jungle and most of the time you win. You can do the same with Morgana and Nautilus. Haven't seen Morgana in a little while though. Anything interesting in the runes? Electrocute coming through from Zyra. We see that quite a lot though. It's more bursty. It's better on playing fast disengage. If you're not playing around Comet and, well, yeah, if you're not playing around Comet and trying to play for slower fights, Electrocute, very, very good. Kind of disengaging from big plays as people dive into you. You don't often get the chance for a second Comet or playing from max range. Before the Electrocute buffs as well, though. Of course, one of the bonuses of having the Ziggs, you have the triple teleport as well, because you have one on each member. That'll definitely be relevant for them. And what are we seeing in terms of our jungle clear? Zyra, not interrupted in their first camp, so they get to set up on all of their plans. Nidalee, starting Wolves. Will be warded out on their bot side, and we do have a lane swap. Ziggs, Leona showing top side on the minimap, whereas Jax is on the bottom. This is important because if JJ gets a Gromp away, I don't think he's going to get this Gromp in time. He wanted to get as many camps away from bot side as possible. You are walking into a Braum early on. If there's a flash from Dre, that could get kind of nasty. Can't really fight this, can JJ. He's already taken the Wolves, which is a bonus from him. You can see there's a red ping already onto enemy Wolves. JJ needs to get onto the enemy side of the map ASAP to make sure that the Zyra doesn't just go Gromp, blue buff, and then go over to their own camps to try and secure something there. Of course, if you do that, you give up the chance for a dive. There is, of course, sheer coming down on the map as well. Jungle pathing becomes a bit scary now, actually. Shadow doesn't want to drop that much value. You've lost one camp in the Wolves. If you get a dive, you're happy with this. But the Shy dying here means that JJ gets ahead elsewhere. Can he do something about the dive in the first place? Level 2, Braum passive up, gets the counter-strike, which means he does get a lot of damage reduction, but there's no one tanking the tower. The Shy, is he going to get any more XP? Flashes out, and the Shy might have just outplayed it. Ignite onto the Zyra. The Shy will go down, but it's such a delayed dive. Mako very tanky under the turret. Do they really want to do this again? Don't think they can. And while all this is happening, reminder, this trade is a dive for jungle camps. Yes, the Shy dives, but he knows that by dying, JJ gets more time to clear out on the jungle. He already got the extra wolf camp away from the enemy jungle, which means he will be ahead of the Zyra in terms of raw gold. Zyra doesn't even get the kill as well. Sat on that with an assist. Which means that I think FPX lose out more from this than they realize. The Shy gets to teleport back to the lane anyway. It's not really like Sheer is getting that much XP. See, you know, Sheer's down here. The Shy's above him, so they're winning the XP battle just a little bit. I think IG walk away from that early dive feeling pretty good about themselves. I'd like to see IG interway at least one game for my entertainment, out of my love for the team. Yeah. Jax versus Ashe looks completely unplayable. In early levels, Ashe is very hard to play against for most champions, for sure. As you can see, jungle CS, even-ish for now, but JJ has some extra camps to go towards. He'll have his first red buff and his Krugs as well. He'll go back to his first Wolves after that point. Really need to see if JJ can start to accelerate by having more time jungle clearing rather than diving. Because, look, time is a resource in League of Legends. Shadow used his time to go to, hang on, this is level 1 Braum. That's actually kind of scary. That's a good bot back as well. The Braum passive comes through. Is there another Q from Gala? There's no summoners, and that means there is no Braum either. The lane swap leads to an XP bonus for the bot lane of IG, and they use that to get a kill. I have criticized heavily Gala and Mako's 2v2 in this split so far, but today against Bat and Dway, they have absolutely come to put them into the dirt and recover some of their reputation. Very strong 2v2s for them today. Once again, I'll show that out here. Bat uses the cleanse. Shadow walking up. Shadow doesn't have cleanse either. Great satchel away into the minefield. Means that Shadow can't follow up with any immediate CC or a red buff. Maker might need to flash here. It's quite tanky. Flashes away from the root. And we'll be fine just there. Shit. Gonna get away from that stun too. Right, let's take stock of some things. XP about the same between top laners now. You can see about half a level up on JJ again. And also another thing, you know, Shadow, we're just talking about junglers having time as a resource. They just spent that time going towards top lane too. What happens here? Ah, the wave's in a crap spot. Look at this wave. That wave is all the way over there. No way you can get towards that XP. Dre doesn't get level 2. Look how close he is. Look how close he is on that level 2. Can't get it. And Dre goes down. Teleports being used from IG to get back to lane. This early game from IG, I think, has actually been deceptively quite good because you see the plays coming from FPX. They get the dive on the Shy. They get, you know, they get some value out of that. Actually, you slow it down. You look at what's happening with the jungle matchup. Well, I think JJ's looking quite okay with it. Yeah, you know, the goal hasn't shown that just yet, but the XP's there. And Nidalee does run away with XP leads. And you can see that Gala now having a kill really, really nice. The extra XP going onto the bot lane because they stayed as 2 members as opposed to the bot lane staying as 4 members for FPX allows them this extra ability to walk towards grubs. Now the question becomes, okay, you got some XP advantages, you got some feel-good moments, you got a kill there in the 2v2 as well. How do you transfer this through to a winning game state? You're about to hit level 6s across the board, maybe another minute or so. How do you deal with the first Ashe hours of the game? Braum having that disengage potential. Does that change anything? JJ up towards top side. He has no camps really to be taking though. There is a Krugs. Satchel back. A satchel into the spear. There's still no heal. There's still no flash. And there is still no Braum. The Braum who has leaked XP by staying in a 4-man group at the level 1 has been kept behind so comprehensively. Shadow is up towards mid lane as well. Flash away from the roots. Rookie will make it out safely. IG playing around the XP advantages in this early game really, really well. That's good to see. I like it when top tier teams understand these slim margins of XP and use them as a win condition. Gala gets to hit a tower as well. Ziggs hitting towers, 1,000 gold up. That's a great story for IG. It's not looking like a 5-game series. No, it is not. No, Kiwi, it's not. Play like you care? Yeah. My favorite meta was when Care was playing in 23 Spring because it was Annie meta, so we had the Care Bear. The worst thing about that was Care was really quite bad at Annie, so his bears would just not hit people, so it's just, you know, the Care Bear can't stomach hurting people. Oh, God. That was great. Maybe if he plays, I don't know, Kayn or Aatrox or a Darkin, you can have a Devil May Care attitude. You see, people know Devil May Cry from the game, but Devil May Care is the actual phrase. I think it is. That's like that's where Devil May Cry came from. JJ had the first grub. It's gonna go towards the dragon. You can see again, managed to keep up half a level up on Zyra. Keeping half a level up on Zyra is a really hard thing to do, by the way. Really hard thing to do. Sheer. Jack's coming in towards him. He's about to get Mega Knight. You can't really do much here. I think what Mako is doing there is not actually positioning for a dive. He's just making sure that no one's coming through the lane to do anything there. Spear hits on Dre, who's still down a lot of XP. Has no flash, no heal right now. Dragon was taken. IG, have they overstayed here? Mega Knight's about to run out. They should be okay there. Shadow has flash, has ult. Needs to be a little bit careful of that. And Mako doesn't have flash himself. Goes forwards into that Strangle. Thorn's Rookie is on the other side, though, helping his mid lane, his support rather, survive the play by just pulling out damage. FPX, that was a great moment to find a play, but they go onto the Eclipse Leona and they don't quite have the damage to seal that out. IG maybe would have been punished there a little bit. How you doing, Seb? Walking back into the room. Yeah, IG, a pretty good early game for them so far. We had a pretty intricate scenario where FPX went for an early game dive onto the Shy in the lane swap, whereas actually what that meant is that JJ could have a lot more time to farm. He's kept up about a half level lead on Zyra. It's evened out now. He's kind of cashed in that level lead to go towards objectives instead, get that first dragon and the first grubs. So the The first few levels, folks, if you really like macro, you really like the intricacies, the chess match of early games, put it on half speed, pause it every so often, and think about the implications of Zyra going for a dive and spending that time in a 4-man unit. The other thing that's just happened here is actually Jue has been put behind a ton of XP because he was in a 4-man unit. And as soon as he walked back to the Australia lanes when he went towards topside, stall in, killed him a couple of times, so he's really struggled. And it means that FPX, while they got that feel-good dive onto the Jax, strategically, it's actually worked out quite well for IG, especially, yeah.
2 games in a row as well, where
Oh, flash forward. Shadow used the flash earlier to go on to Mako, and now, I mean, that's just been returned to with a plum. IG get themselves a kill just as the grubs spawn. They'll be able to see themselves up to 6 there. Arrow comes through. Who's that headed towards? It's headed towards Rookie, and it just grazes the back of the Rafflecopter. Nothing really working out for FPX.
No, you missed out. Is it play-by-play here? But quick note, you could have said a bomb rather than a bomb and got the palm out.
Sam, I was kind of stumbling over my words already. I'm trying to switch between color casting mode from game 1 into play-by-play in game 2. It crosses my wires in the worst way, because I'm just like, wait, I should be talking now. This is when I normally shut up. No, I need to be talking. As we see a really good siege towards his top side again, because Bat is going to get potentially gone onto as well. Mako has no flash. Bat has no cleanse ignited afterwards. Dre is here, but he doesn't have ult. They do have a Stranglethorn, so JJ might have gone too far. Is this an overdive? Care wall rides and has the ult. Is it enough? The electric shocks come through, but it's only enough for one. Now Rookie is the last remaining damage source, really running over the play 1-for-1. But IG get themselves the satchel onto the tower in the midst of that, which means that they get themselves the first kill, the first tower kill, the first 3 kills stacked up together to get themselves the feats of strength. It looked like a decent angle for Kev. It just doesn't have the damage to be kind of cashing in those checks he's writing and those kind of wall rides. Go back to a replay of this one. You can see, yeah, you're going to get towards the satchel kill. The tower goes down. Bat had flash, had cleanse. Is this a flash predict? Oh, he tries to go for the flash predict spear, knowing that he has it. Shadow's been playing quite well on the Zyra in terms of the actual combat scenarios. He knows when that ult needs to come out. Care goes for a really big ult flash in to try and get some good damage down, but he just doesn't have the AoE damage yet. You know, you do that at level 16 late game, yeah, everyone gets one shot. Not quite the case there, though. Oh, what a great front step from Bat. I missed that in live, too. Good side steps from Bat to keep himself alive. That was a difficult situation. Look, he's behind 3,000 gold. Gala's got 5 plates on that top lane turret and 3 kills as well. This dude is insanely powerful, but Bat, credit to him for at least doing the side steps well. Why is FPX so bad? They're against IG, who are much better on paper. That'll factor into it, of course, because, you know, IG are a very good team. They have some of the legends of our scene. Arrows going down bot side. There's a Zyra there, too. They have the numbers advantage if it hits, but it won't hit. Teleport was coming in, too, from Sheer. These arrows really need to be something, because FPX don't have that great engage opportunities, right? They have the arrow. That's kind of it. Dragon's up in a minute. Herald's up in 3 minutes. Those will be some of our next big fights. Spear onto Shadow. That goes through the Guardian shield, by the way. God, that's a lot of damage early on. JJ, again, cashed in that XP advantage to get some objectives earlier. Is there going to be another teleport? We're zooming out. JJ doesn't have flash, but there's not great engage. That's a very good solar flare to buy time, but is it enough? Stranglethorns go down, which does a little bit, but not really enough. That solar flare from Mako onto the backline buys just enough space for a 1-for-1 to go through. And with Care dying twice in the last 2 players, it means the Zeri is not farming, not getting XP. That's a problem. The Zeri does need to be continually picking up XP and gold. Cashing in your own agency this early is a problem. Carlos has got 10 plates solo. The Shi's has got himself 4 plates in the mid lane too. Jesus Christ! He's got 7,400 gold at 14 minutes! That's not okay! What? Gala is absolutely rolling a bank here. He's got his own mint. Printing all the currency he wants. 2 items at 14 minutes. Well, I thought Oppenheimer came out a few years ago. I guess it's here for a special release here. Game 2 of IG versus FPX. Sit down for your black and white 3-hour biopic. As Gully uses another satchel, the Shy brought it down to it. 3 outer turret kills for the Ziggs. Oh my god, it is about to be an absolute gigaton explosion on the Rift. Rookie does get ulted back into the tower. Safe enough. Did have flash if you wanted to get out of another tower shot. Dragon has spawned. 6 scrubs. 2 dragons. FPX don't even have a responding Herald. And all of this really comes from... Hang on, there is an Ashe arrow. He's going to fire it up again. Where's it going on to? Is it going on to Mako? That's not the great target. There's no real follow-up here either. These arrows have not been well considered. There's not enough follow-up. The Stranglethorns have often been thrown out as kind of an afterthought too, just to get some burst damage down. It's not really been what they needed. Holy moly, this has not been a close game, folks. As we said, so much of this, and again, if you're really interested in Professional League, this is a great macro game to see what happens when you trade in too many of your advantages early. Sheer had a flash, chooses not to use it. Mako would have flash predicted it anyway, more likely than not. IG been really fishing for them this game. They'll get one before the end of the game, surely, right? If they keep doing it, eventually someone will flash into a skill shot. IG, incredible game from them so far. Incredible, incredible game from them. Not close at all. Last game was a bloodbath. This one has been a strategic masterclass from IG in the early game. I say masterclass. Like, they've just been playing through it so effectively. God, worth noting. Oh my god, how much damage is that going to do? Not enough. I thought it might do a little bit more than that. I think if it had a Luden's proc on it... No, even then. I overestimated myself. Level 11 and a Luden's proc. That would have killed. Alright. But he's not quite at that. But still, he has to walk out of that lane now. And every time... And we said this right with the Zeri. But with the Zeri and the Ashe, both behind an XP now. Significantly. Almost a full level each. Both behind good amount of gold. Every time they're forced away from a lane, they're not getting gold and they're not getting XP. IG don't have to get kills, they just have to stop them getting resources. Bat has ult and 5, Herald has been started. Sheer does have teleport and flash, he's getting Meganar as well. Is this a chance for FPX to find something? It'd be quite hard to fight from behind. They get themselves an objective bounty. The Shy on a flank has a blast cone. Sheer on the side, Mako caught out. But if they're just hitting the Leona, they're not hitting anyone else. And then now, Fish in a barrel. Care hops over the wall. The Stranglethorn's trying to buy some space, but is it enough? Sheer goes forwards, but he's just gonna get stunned up and can't finish off the Leona. The Shy makes it out of the clump on the other side, and Rookie starts to do damage, and so does Gala. The super fed Ziggs is still alive and still throwing out ordnance. The Shy will escape once again. So many flashes down. There's only one left, and it's Care, who is dead. It's not bad in terms of the plants on doing damage back, but they don't have the damage now to finish off the kills. IG gets a clean ace at 17 minutes, and Gala picks up even more gold. Ults to clear out a way for tempo. 6-0-4 on the little yordle that could. IG have demolished FPX. This is not even close. They get a Herald, but at what cost? It's one objective bounty. That's it. So what to focus on here? Mako, very tanky. Level 8, almost maxed out the Eclipse. Tries to Zenith Blade over the wall. But everyone is focusing on the Leona. They have to hop away from the Counter-Strike. They have to deal with another great Solar Flare. And suddenly Bat's not doing that much damage. Sheer's left alone diving the backline trying to trade one. If you're trying to trade your tank top lane life for a support on 100 HP, you're in an awful spot. Such an awful spot. Burn damage from Leandries, bomb. Great skill shot accuracy. Fantastic skill shot accuracy from IG. And yeah, they almost walk into an electrocute kill combo from the Zyra, who does about as well as they could, but you know, one spear, one rocket later, they go down. It is dire straits for FPX, and sadly they don't get their money for nothing. IG get that instead with the amount of printed gold they've had from Gala on the Ziggs. Dragon spawning in a minute. Arrow goes up towards the mid lane. Doesn't hit the Ziggs. Wouldn't have think I killed either. Solar Flare onto Care. He has a wall to ride over, but actually just uses the Unreal. Wrong on that one. Brawn passive threaten Maker, but not really that much. Rookie on the flank. Rookie loves flanking from Fog of War. Doesn't matter what champion is on. The Cork definitely helps. And the bomb just straight up uproots the plant. Zyra removed root and stem from the rift. Oh, Gala. Oh, Gala, oh, Gala. What have FPX done to deserve this? Rookie. Guys, it's 19 minutes. Atakan's not even spawned yet. This is not a fair game of League of Legends. Bloody hell, Gala. So many kills on that Ziggs. Demolish onto the mid lane turret. Again, they're breaking an inhibitor turret at 19 minutes. They'll probably get the inhibitor. I mean, what's the counterplay? You don't want to teleport in as Care, and there's no teleport on Sheer. They take an inhibitor at 19 minutes. This game has gone from bad to impossible for FPX. There'll be resets coming in from IG. Normally you'd be like, oh, but what if you could run back out onto the map, get a revenge Atakan? You don't have the speed to do that. You got a 0 and 3 Zeri. Your Ashe has gone Shiv and a 0 and 1. You don't have the damage to take objectives. You can't just do that. Yeah, Zyra's good at killing objectives in her own right, but it's just not going to be enough. They're going to go towards Atakan, maybe set it up, try and clear out some vision, but they're so scared that the resets haven't been completed. JJ has enough vision to look for random kills about the place. Was maybe trying to catch out Shadow over the wall, actually. That's normally where you'd stand as a Zyra if they were in position to counterplay. IG, they will now see FPX summon the Herald on bot side. That might take the bot lane turret, but the Atakan's going down slowly, and look, FPX are still tanking the Atakan. The Shy is on a flank. He doesn't have flash, but he doesn't really need to. Atakan shredding the resists. Herald on bot side not doing anything, and it's another great solar flare. There is a Meganar, but there is no Zyra. Meganar didn't really help out Sheer much longer either. Atakan will be taken. The Shy will start to rout the rest of the team. There's a teleport into mid lane. Gala is done with the game. Screw the Atakan. Let's take the Nexus. I mean, the Shy stands there menacingly. He's taking plants. He doesn't care. He has a GA. What disrespect. What mojo. What presence. As he finally takes down Bat. The wings clipped. As the Nexus falls, IG finished the game in 20 minutes and 55 seconds. Style, grace, and poise in this game. It wasn't the bloodbath we saw in game 1, but it was a strategic masterclass. Hope you enjoyed that one, folks, as much as I did. IG, that was not close at all. Welcome back, everyone. To my little corner of the internet. Hi, my name's Nymaera. Have I put that on right? I have. Yay. I've been casting the LPL here now for a long time. I've been an LPL caster since 2023. This will be my 3rd year casting it. I'm pretty sure I'll be casting my 1000th LPL game by the time that this year is out, if we keep going this way. I don't think we're going to be casting that many more games today, though. Potentially just the one. I'd imagine it will just be the one, as IG, that wasn't close. I think that FPX had an okay composition if they could survive the early game. They couldn't survive the early game. That Nidalee got so much value. Strategically, fantastic game from IG. The most key play in that game, how many shots do you need to kill the Shy by Ashe? Too many. Way too many. Is this a Rise cover? It is. Oh, it's the world. Oh, it's a Redux version. I didn't realize there was a version. Cool. Oh, I mean, folks, there isn't that much to talk about. If you're obviously watching through in the early game as well, we called out the early game play, which really made the difference. It was that tower dive at level 1 being traded for jungle advantage, and then that jungle advantage got to objectives, it got to map control. Also, we had the support XP be a huge issue. Gala and Mako just put Jway into the ground multiple times. I will get hydrated, thank you. I will do. Hope you're enjoying IG, having a bit of a victory lap here. If FPX goes 0-3, they're definitely finishing 4th place, by the way. They did lose. They lost against RNG in their own series against them. Mako unkillable Demon King by on the Leona. Yeah, he was really good on that Leona. It's a reminder that Leona is actually a very tanky champion if you let her get off the ground. Hope to see them again since Griffin, Chovy, and IG rookie. Yeah? They haven't played since then? Damn. We need Chovy versus rookie. I mean, we haven't seen Chovy at an international since 2019 Worlds. It has been a long ass time. We kind of call it the curse of rookie at this point. Yeah, because he's had good teams. He's been good. You know, for large swathes of last year, he was my 2nd favorite mid laner within the LPL. 2nd best mid laner in the LPL. Really good flank angles by the Shy this game too. He had a lot of value. Oh, Gala. He had such an insane game. He'll be walking away with the MVP, no doubt. No doubt. However, this was a team effort, right? The XP advantage from level 1 played into just an utter lockdown state. Mako had a fantastic game with Leona too, actually, by the way. Gala picked it. Look, don't blame him for that. He had a flash. If it was the flash predict, you'd be shouting his praises. Don't you zoom in on that too much. And I think FPX, look, FPX, I think they look better than they did. I think that Shadow is better leadership. But there is something to be said about an aggressive play not always being the right play, right? Sometimes the right thing is to play it a little slower, to just get value elsewhere. You don't always have to go for the big play. You don't always have to. I learned how to pronounce swathe. Yeah, swathe is cool. Never changed OBS? Wait, oh, observers. I thought you said OBS. I'm like, is my stream gone wrong? God. Fun game, though. Very fun game. Oof, how the hell did Mako live through that one? Did he get the heal from Nidalee? He got the heal from Nidalee. That's what happened. Sometimes the correct move is Norse play. Absolutely, yeah. LS had a big conversation about that sometime last year, right? Inaction can be action. I learned that from Boomy in Avatar The Last Airbender. Neutral chakra, or whatever it is. How many kills did Karen Bat have together? Not many, folks. Not many. A few, but not many. Tried to use the Herald to escape and just end up dying anyway. Oh, that sucks. And again, if you want to find out stats on kills, by the way, just zoom back in the VOD. You can find it there. It's not that hard. It'll take you about 10 seconds to find out. I can't believe Mako's re-engaged in that first part of the fight like Leona was so good. Yeah, it was a really good Leona game. Mako was fantastic in regular season last year too. My only issues with Mako was that when push came to shove, he fell apart in some of the big games. When it came to playoffs last year, you know, I mean, I guess spring finals is more of a, that was a TN choke. But MSI, Mako had a shocker. Worlds and summer playoffs when they lost away, but Mako had a shocker, absolute shocker. Worlds 2 wasn't great from him. Here's our MVP. Is it Gala? Yeah, it's Gala. Of course it is. We'll get a highlight of our Oppenheimer replay. His pose with his little heart in the face with the Iceman expression. It's just such a good contrast. Jesus Christ. So much gold. 32% damage percent for his team. I wonder if he outdamaged the entire team. Probably not. Oh man, this 2v2 is destructive because that was like the crowning achievement of the early game, right? Well, you get the XP advantage, what do you do with it? Well, they do stuff like this. They just couldn't play. Gala flashing the ult. I actually missed that too. I don't know if that changes much, by the way. Even if he gets hit by that, I'm actually pretty sure that IG still win the fight. It's just a clean ace because he played it that well. Oh, this last Q is disgusting. Because Care wanted to, like, you know, wall ride or something like that. Satchel into the wall. Ah. Because Ziggs bomb explodes in terrain if it lands in it. But you know that there's a good chance the Zeri's going to be there. I don't know how OBS Streamlabs works, but can you also stream in 1080p also? You can watch on YouTube if you want to watch in 1080p. I want to have a 1440 stream just because it means that my VODs are high quality for those who want it that way. If you'd like to watch in 1080, you can watch on YouTube. You can't stream on 1080 and 1440 on Twitch, but you can do on YouTube. It does decode it there. If you want to watch in 1080, absolutely go over to YouTube and watch it there. But that's just the best compromise I've got right now. I know a lot of people... No, it's okay. You can't... how many people voted for him? Everyone for Gala? Yeah, no, it's a conversation we've had before. You know, is it worth streaming in 1440? I think because I'm streaming on YouTube and on Twitch, it means that people can go watch in 1080 if it's a problem for those watching on YouTube. I know it does mean that some people who prefer to use Twitch have a bit of issues with it. I think this is the best compromise, and it means that we get the best quality VODs as well. Especially when the clean feed is so nice as well. It means that technically we have the best I don't know if everyone's streaming on 1440. I don't know if LPL English is, but I think this means that we have the highest quality VODs that we can do. Especially at the bitrate that we've got as well. So yeah, anyway folks, we'll have ourselves, of course, a little bit of a break as we go towards our next phase of things. Oh, that's true, yes, you can use the pop-out chat if you want to use Twitch chat as well. That's a very good point, very good point, yeah. Okay, folks, I'm going to leave you guys with a couple of ads. If you're watching on Twitch, I mean, I'm going to run some ads now just so we don't get them in the game next time around. I'm just going to take a little bit of break and rest my voice, and I'll join you for the next game. I'll be back in a little bit. What's everyone's Fearless Draft dream? What do you want to see in Fearless Draft? Where can you get the Discord link, by the way? If you type Discord !socials or !Discord, I think that works. Also, hang on, I can show you this as well. Oh wait, no, it doesn't actually link it on here, but there is actually a social slideshow as well. And yes, folks, whether you're watching on Onivia and you're not necessarily someone who's more familiar with myself, or whether you're on my own streams as well, feel absolutely free to link up on socials and join the community. There is, of course, a little bit of a lacking LPL community hub right now because there's no official broadcast. There is no official Discord. I think there was a fan Discord set up at some point, but I didn't see what happened to that. But absolutely, come connect with us. Join us on YouTube, join us on Twitch, join us on Discord. And comment as well. I do check through the comments on the live videos, so if you're being a real arsehole, I have seen it. Actually, we've been very kind. Everyone who's been watching, you have been very kind. There's been some very good comments there. By the way, if you do have feedback for us, leave it in the comments. I will see that. And there was a comment just the other day which said, hey, we'd like the game sound a bit louder. So game sound's a little bit louder today. We do listen to that. And we'll be implementing some other stuff as we go on, hopefully. We'll see what we can do. We got some plans in the background. But of course, thank you for joining us on this journey. We have one last game of regular season tomorrow. Not actually sure what's going to happen with us broadcasting it, because both Sam and I might be busy. We might luck out with it. We shall see. It depends how quick things end. We might get lucky with it. We might end up streaming about half of it and then going on to do other things. Yeah. IG, Rookie, and DRX Chovy played in 2020. Well, but Rookie didn't go to internationals in 2020. So hang on, let me unmute this.
感觉这版本
Hi, Gala.
下路选什么都能猜到，然后中野，但是根据每个队伍的风格不同，可能选的英雄也不同。感觉自己又要大一岁，感觉就是需要更加努力了吧。然后继续希望自己能继续活跃在这个赛场上。2025年的话，我觉得队友都是很好的队友，然后大家性格也很好，我觉得这是一个很好的机会吧。然后也希望能跟大家一起拿到冠军。
Oh, the about section. Yeah, the thing is, I actually edited the wrong thing on the about section, by the way, because I know you gave that feedback before, by the way, in terms of my about section on Twitch being out of date. I edited the bio, but not the about section. I do actually need to change that. That's a very good point. I have edited the wrong thing. How many kills did Bat have? So folks, again, I'll keep saying this again. If you want to find out stats for the games, scroll back on the video. You'll be able to find it there. So Andrew, if you're trying to find out how many kills Bat has, I can't quite remember. Scroll back on the VOD. And you'll be able to see it there. Spoiler, I'm actually not sure Bat got any kills. We'll see. It was a pretty rough game. I don't know who got the kill in the first blood for that tower dive. You want to see Heimerdinger because the Donger deserves some love? I'm trying to think if there's a world where we see a Heimerdinger. It's a very oppressive 2v2. It is very oppressive, but I don't know what the current state of Heimerdinger is. I know he was good in Arena, but that's not necessarily the best. Hey, Vid student. Good to see you. I want to see some out-of-role champions. So, Quinn mid. I like Quinn mid. I like that one. The amount of betters is insane. Yeah, Naruto. Like, I'm not gonna judge people for talking about betting stuff, because if they want to spend the money on that, that's one thing. Bowl section about Dan Robert. So this is on my Twitch channel. If you go below the channel, it's like an about you section. You want Janna? Well, Los Ratones did play Janna. I think they played was it Janna Ziggs? I can't remember what it was. Was it Janna Kaiser? I can't remember. Yeah. Do you remember Janna top lane? That was played for a little bit. Janna top lane is unironically pretty okay. Very hard to dive at some points. And becomes just a very annoying enchanter. We've seen some Lulu top lane as well. In fact, I played against the Lulu top lane yesterday, but I was playing Quinn and I just kind of electrocuted her millions of times until she died. That sounds really bad even in context it sounds pretty bad, but out of context that sounds pretty bad. Want some Shen jungle? Been spamming it in solo queue. Shen has been popping up around the place too. This is the kind of game I want to see IG do something strange. Come on, show us something fun. Lulu abuse, yeah. I've been playing Lethality Electrocute Quinn. My peak rank was actually on Quinn. I love playing Quinn. In Prime League, yes, they played Lulu top. That's very good to know. Very cool. And of course, folks, you notice I'm talking with chat. I will be, of course, casting the games as well. But if you have questions, if you want to interact, let us know. Whether that's on Twitch chat, my YouTube, Onivia's YouTube. I do have actually all of those streams currently open, so I have all of the chats popped out, so I can actually see all of you and all of the mad crap you're speaking. It's not that much really, but still. FPX looking a bit morose. And you understand why. A little bit morose. I think with that game lost, they're guaranteed 4th place. Into the draft for our 3rd game of the day, and I'll remove this from the screen so it doesn't block over the champion select as well. What's the plan here, FPX? What's the plan? It was a demolition in game 2. Looks like they fell apart a little bit. Shadow coming in for the last 2 series. Didn't play the first one, Sorrow was. They realized that they needed to make a huge change after losing arguably the most important series against RNG right off the bat. That changed a lot of things. IG on the red side, no surprise there. FPX been choosing blue side. Most teams been choosing blue side, honestly. Only the occasional red side pick. Cassante, Skarner, anything else that's really tier list you can get rid of? Varus is already gone. Is Ezreal, I suppose, very strong. I think we've used our AP jungle game. Zyra is very strong. So Zyra is the AP jungle you'll see most often, and then Nidalee will be picked in some compositions too. Nidalee's been better this year than last year. I feel like more people have succeeded with it. Oh yeah, the Jace. I thought that was unpicked so far. That wins so many lanes. Especially with stuff like the Cassante, the Ambessa, all the champions which kind of deal with that better. So well, and the Rumble, because the Galio was played earlier in the series, much more powerful. That one's banned away too. It's so hard to keep track of all of our fearless bans. The Nocturne has been banned the entire series so far. Locked in for FPX. JJ's played a ton of that too. Now, what do you do with that? Aurora could be very powerful. We haven't seen Aurora picked up so far. It's been very popular in the LPL. Aurora Nocturne, strong combo. You could also go Nocturne Orianna. Nocturne Ahri. There's a Wukong available. Wukong strong in this patch. Does get nerfed. Next patch to the one after. The Aurora taken away. Could be played by the Shy or Rookie. Rookie's a very good player of the champion though. What do you lock in alongside it? You have no Shinzao to fight the Nocturne directly. I don't love Sejuani into Nocturne either, in terms of the tier list he picks. You could go Maokai. Maokai's pretty good at disrupting Nocturne combos. He dives in. Nocturne goes through the route, but the rest of the team has to deal with the remaining ones behind him. Ezreal locked in. We did talk about that being a tier listy pick. Not many things which deal well with Ezreal in lane now. You could go for a Caitlyn lane, but even then, Ezreal does quite well against Caitlyn right now. Could go Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa Nocturne, full dive comp. IG, why are you tryharding? Have some fun, guys. That's a very good point. And we get Cares Ahri. Folks, welcome to the Ahri League of Legends stream now. I am an Ahri main with 1.5 million points, and Care, before he went pro, was an Ahri one-trick. Last year, I thought that Care was a top 5 Ahri in the world on Ahri-specific skills. Funnily enough, I thought Rookie was a top 3 Ahri in the world at points with his Ahri-specific skills as well. Care and Rookie, I think my top 5 were, I think in the top 3, in some order, top 4 we'll say, you have Faker, Chovy, Knight, Rookie, and then Care is my next one on the list. Rakan locked in for Joy as well. Full dive being locked in for FPX. They are against 2 mobile backliners in the Aurora and the Ezreal, but they are also very squishy. You need some tank to hold the door shut, and the Alistar will do just that. I am excited, Firelance. I am excited about Ahri. I'm always excited about Ahri. Shrine says one. Yeah, I do actually have an Ahri shrine in the background. I actually just realized the other day I have a Spirit Blossom Ahri statue which glows in the dark. And I just hadn't noticed this before, but you know, I was lying awake at night and I just looked over like, that's a weird light. What the hell? Why is Ahri glowing? So that's how I figured out that the Spirit Blossom Ahri statue glows in the dark. Okay, Kai'Sa banned away. Kai'Sa banned away from FPX's full dive. They probably look at what Jhin. You might want to ban that away as IG now. Jhin is one of the better laners and can follow up from long distance. Yeah, you ban away the Jhin here, surely, from IG. Wukong banned away from JJ. Harder to play into that, both offensively and defensively, actually. Wukong can clone away from your big engage. Can jump onto you nastily, too. Yeah, most of my emotes are, in fact, Ari emotes as well. Yes, they are. So, do we ban the Jhin? The Misfortune banned away. Okay, I mean, it's not a bad combo. It's good in laning phase, but it's quite hard to play through Misfortune in later game, because I don't know if Misfortune's going to be long enough range to walk up and do the damage that she needs to. Pantheon banned away, so Jeje, he doesn't really have that much early game left now at this point. If you want to play an early game aggressive jungle, you have Volibear. Volibear feels like the real champion to go towards with that. That'd be very different. If you try and jump forwards, there's a chance that you get Kindred ulted. Kindred can also really brawl with you quite a lot early. I think it was quite unlikely. Felt a little bit weird. Goes for the Lee Sin and said, yeah, okay. Lee Sin's fine here. Nah, Lee Sin's good. I would have gone Volibear or Lee Sin. I think Volibear's a little bit better at playing tank frontline, a little bit better at dedicated engage. But Lee Sin very good at escaping these plays and can also brawl with Nocturne a little bit easier. Care, of course, already has Azari, so this Tristana would be bot lane, and you would I don't know whether you'd be lane swapping with that. You're one of the few co-streamers that say JJ instead of JJ. Yeah, I really tried hard to get some of the opinion pronunciations down. So I've been working on that. I'm glad that comes across well. I wanted the Kindred. Yeah, me too, would have been nice. So if you go for a dive comp, we did see the Elise Twitch yesterday. We've seen Twitch occasionally. I think Twitch is quite good here, actually, because you can run forward to the invisibility with extra movement speed. They go for the Jinx instead. Jinx looking to reset. The Udyr is good in lane swaps. You might be lane swapping now with the Jinx lane swap. Put the Udyr on the weak side. Very hard to dive an Udyr in a lane swap, so you just tend to not. Last pick for solo lanes. Now, do you want to put the Aurora top lane or mid lane? I don't know if we've seen the Shy play Aurora just yet. I quite like the Ryze, actually. Ari can sometimes struggle to deal with the tankiness of the Ryze. And Udyr doesn't like playing against the Aurora either. Aurora is very good anti-tanks. That is, now, Aurora top, Ryze mid. Aurora, still pretty okay in a lane swap. Not as good as the Udyr. I think FPX will want to lane swap. Well, just basically use the Udyr's lane swap power, get Jinx a free lane, get him some tower gold. And also stop that Aurora from going into the 1v1 lane against that Aurora. What exactly does blue side do to get the upper hand? So, Dan, that's a great question, and it's a completely valid one too. So, the problem is, and we'll just talk about this too, when you're on red side, these bans here mean an awful lot. When you're on red side, those three there, they lock you into a lot of things. You always have to ban Skarner. And on the other side, you can pick a very powerful champion very early on, whether that's, you know, Rumble. So, for instance, Rumble kind of needs to be banned on red side here, because Rumble right now, if it's first picked, I think changes the entire game. So, that tends to be your difference in things. Red side, the bans tend to hamstring you a lot, and right now, blue side first pick, with the bans the way they are, in the way that the metas are typically shaping up, make it quite hard to play the game through draft. We will unmute our stream to get ourselves into our game number 3. IG have been dominant today. A good early game in game 1 from FPX has been their bright spark, and it did not really go beyond that point. Care locks in Faker's Ari skin, the immortalized legend, not the signature version. You can't actually use that one on Tournament Realm. IG looking to sail out a clean 3-0 for today's series, the last series of Group D, and our second to last series of the regular season. Only one more remaining tomorrow. FPX, they will have seen themselves into, sadly for them, a 4th place finish in this group stage, and they will be a bottom tier team heading into the next group stage in the next split. Let's see how the IG fans are feeling with the Gyos. Brief level 1. FPX looking to walk in for some wards. This is good. Look, folks, you should be doing this if you think lane swaps are going to happen. You can walk up here, see if there's a bot lane hiding. You can put wards up here or wards down here to make sure that if IG walk to lane, that they can be spotted. As it stands, you know, you see there's a ward up here. That's important. There's also a ward down here. If you look on the minimap, where I've just drawn those arrows. This is important level 1 information. Alistair, recalled, going back towards top lane. There are wards down in here, but has FPX done enough to secure what they want from the level 1? It actually looks like IG wanted to... Who wants the lane swap here? I think IG wants standard lanes. FPX want themselves the level 1, but Shadow flashing out immediately. Rookie has Ghost, Shadow has flashed already, and that's a first blood down. Shears here as well. It's a full 5v5 for the level 1 over a freaking Raptor camp. FPX lose their jungler early on, and oh, it is disaster. I think they were trying to track whether someone would be going towards the bot lane with these wards here. They couldn't track the resets, though, coming towards their Raptor camp, and they misjudged themselves in the level 1. The Shy doesn't have Ghost, doesn't have Flash. Does he have enough HP? I think he just about does. Sheer can't quite catch up with the Wingborn Storm. Might have had to flash the other side of him to minion block him, actually. That could have been an option. We do end up with a lane swap. Mako's taking some damage. Doesn't have the Ignite. Dway doesn't have the heal either. Ezreal level 1 should be able to save them here. Hang on. Comet. Did he not change his runes? Gala! I think Gala's not changed his runes from the Ziggs game. Gala, my dude! What is this? What is this? What have you done? He changed his summoners, but he didn't change his runes. He's got Comet Ezreal. Only Invictus Gaming. JJ, level 3, double knockup. Flash is available for the bot lane, but will it be enough? A step out, a flash away, but crippled anyway. Dway does have flash, trying to body block, but will it matter? No, it will not. Bat into hell. I think that's the song by Meatloaf. Nah, it was Bat Out of Hell. Of course it was. Goes down for that first kill in this 2v2. And I guess Comet Ezreal OP helps pick up that assist early on. By the way, I knew it was Bat Out of Hell. I just wanted to make a joke about it. Electrocute. Not the super OP and Electrocute coming in next patch. Cass struggling for the early pressure. God, this is not a good situation to have as the Ahri into the Rise. 10 CS down already. Assist going over towards that Rise. He's going to back for a tier, maybe a bit of HP if he wants to as well to get up towards that Roa. If he gets any HP component also on this back, it's so hard. Gets the boots. Boots are fine as well. Helps you dodge out some skill shots. Rise is in such a good point. How do you position for a double knockup here? You should never position for a double knockup. JJ plays this well. Backsteps the knockup. Gets the double slow. Oh, that's nasty as hell. Auto attacks. Gets himself the Q. The body block. Oh, Dway. Oh, Dway. That is not it. That is not it. Maybe thinks an instant Q follow-up would happen afterwards, but Dway sells out Bat. I think he could block that and maybe get away with just losing the flashes. Shadow will take a shit of Raptor camp. But I think, you know, Lee Sin getting kill participation is very valuable. I know last game we said, oh, but trading in your XP advantage. No, Lee Sin wants to get early kills. It's a very different archetype of champion. If Zyra uses her time ganking, she's not using her time power clearing. That's a big thing. If Lee Sin is using his time to gank your lanes, Lee Sin doesn't care as much. He's very happy to just walk away with tons of gold from those kills. Kill and assist, JJ is so happy. JJ, good clean Lee Sin? Yeah, JJ. One of the better Lee Sins to ever do it. There's a lot of people who vie for that title in fairness, but JJ, yeah, he's always been good at the champion. I think if you're a top tier jungler in pro play, you kind of had to have been good at Lee Sin at some point if you've played for long enough. We haven't seen a Lee Sin meta in a while now, though. I would like to see a Lee Sin meta back. Just a little bit. I know that it can be a little bit annoying to watch Lee Sin being played all the time because he's so... And playing against Lee Sin sucks sometimes. I personally like playing as Lee Sin because I play Ahri, who can stop out his Q2 and his W. Rookie gets that phase rush, has tier 1 boots as well. Dark Seal for care. Yes. Nice, nice. Okay, I gotta go refresh the stream very quick because we do have a bit of an audio desync. That should hopefully be fixed up just now by doing this too. Just noticed that some of the CS was a little bit off. He has the Dark Seal first back, but JJ's going to walk in anyway. Hang on a second. That just skipped over a little bit. That's not very helpful. Huya. Cat has to flash away. Thank you, stream. That was very helpful there. But yeah, no, on the whole, folks, if you're playing Ahri, and I say this as an Ahri main, always buy a Dark Seal on your first pack. If you can get a Dark Seal on your first pack, it changes the game. All it takes after that point is one good fight. Even if you're behind in gold, and you know you're behind in CS right now, if Care and Shadow can link up for one good fight, this changes the matchup completely. Grub started up by FPX. JJ not able to smite that one away. Shadow has a second smite. JJ would like to get in range, but can't get in range for that first one. 2 grubs out of the 3. JJ has smite. Shadow doesn't, and he does a drive-by. Flies out of the pit. drives it like he stole it. The Shy coming in, has level 6 between worlds. Very much being threatened here. Sheer trying to ward him out, but he can't ward out everyone. The Shy gets a huge ultimate across the team as FPX are being burned to ashes. They'll have to respawn and find themselves another reincarnation of this mythical bird as IG are very, very happy to take that fight. Deny the 3 grubs, get another couple of kills. FPX just not playing the objective setups as well this series. The Shy tanks aggro. They get some damage onto the Shy, but not enough to get themselves a kill. Mako will make his way out of that scenario. IG 5-0 on the board at 7 minutes. They'll have to kill quite a few more to get themselves the Ruinous Atakan. Normally both teams need to be killing quite a lot of people for that to happen. But IG, wonderful start in this early game. There's no smite up off cooldown for Shadow. I think they should have just not taken that grub. Let it go. You have another few seconds on that. I think it's a mistake to play that. Care misses the charm. He's in a bad spot. Sheer can't block out everyone for long enough. And it's a 5-man Aurora ultimate. 5-man Aurora ultimate from the Shy. What a series this guy's had. You know, again, I've said this before. I criticize the Shy a lot when he deserves criticizing, but you have to give him the credit when he plays like this too. He's had 3 incredible games so far in this series. And FPX have to play the Nocturne Ariana from Nocturne Ari from behind. This combo does not want to play from behind the game. They need to snowball, need to be diving in, using their HP as a resource. Well, if that HP disappears quicker and they don't have as much of it because they're behind in levels, behind in gold, potentially, well, they're actually not behind in levels, they're actually up in that. But, you know, if they're behind the game in terms of gold value, behind the team, they don't get to get the kill when they walk in. They don't often get to survive on the way out either. IG, another great early game from them, just out-muscling their opponents and setting up the objectives much better. Mako, JJ, the solo laners, all getting the right approaches. Everyone on the same page. They weren't like this against NIP. NIP really punished them. I did wonder whether it would take a while for IG to come online. Got a lot of combos, a lot of duos of players which need to find their feet again. And this is against FPX. This is not the strongest opposition. But at least the way that they're approaching this makes me happy. I'm happy with the way that they're approaching this. Good stuff to see from IG. Hopefully they can keep it up and develop beyond this. I think everyone would like to see IG be a contender. We're taking a lot of damage. Hang on. And he's hit by the Comet at Gala. Oh, Comet Ezreal. Oh, dear. Just go AP at this point. No, don't go AP. That's the realm up towards topside. Where's that going? Well, Sheer has flash. But does he have enough HP? Nope. Sheer's overpushed. And he'll go down. JJ picks up his 2nd kill of the game. 2-0 and 4. The Shy, JJ and Rookie making that one quick and easy. Herald spawning in a minute. They can't go directly over towards that one. Mako flashed away from his combo. Gala has flash. He has cleanse. He'll have to use both of them. Shadow, does he have enough to take anything beyond that point? Level 6 hit by Bat. They could follow up with an ultimate, but it misses the target. Mako has another pulverize, and Mako will not go down. The aftershock keeps him alive. IG escaping the 2v2. Cat has an ult. Can he get over the wall? He doesn't see anything. He might be able to get a dive. Hang on a second. Shy, we were just praising you. Gets himself a W out. He does have a flash, but does he have enough outside of that? Yes, maybe he does. Charm goes down, and I'm proved a liar. 4-man Ezreal does damage on the other side. Bit of an ill thought out teleport there from the Shy. If he had the ult, maybe he could outplay. Not to be the case. FPX pick up their first kill of the game and allow back some time on the turret. Garfield, yes. For those wondering about the Ezreal runes, this is a bad thing for Ezreal. However, if you hit 2 items, Ezreal is still Ezreal. I think that's still... You're not going to feel too bad about that one. Get some mana anyway. Gala, does he have himself an E? I don't think he does. He's going to die here. It's a flash kick from JJ, though, which makes sure it is at least a 1-for-1. JJ's Lee Sin has been so pivotal to this early game. Is it going to be another kill? Rookie is going to die to the tower. It's JJ as well. Survives on 48 HP as Mako comes in. A dive too far. Chue will pick up 1. And IG will be left wanting in this specific scenario. It is absolutely worth me highlighting this as well, by the way, as we go through it. It's a 0-3 Jinx who is going for the Collector build. This has picked up some popularity within the LPL. It has escaped containment for from ARAM, where you go towards a bit more lethality build, where your W just does a ton of damage. It's not a bad 2v2 from Shadow flying in to save his AD carry, but if he hits that ultimate, oh, would have been so nice for them. Get a kill onto that Jinx. Bat has had a difficult series, not really had a chance to shine. I don't think it's necessarily all his fault. The 2v2s, though, were definitely much poorer from them. The Shy I don't know exactly what he wanted to do there. Maybe threaten to W over the wall. He didn't have the W cooldown, though. The first part of that dive was fine. I don't really know what the plan was for that second part of it, though. Bats just said he had a bit of a difficult series. The Shy walking forwards again, trying to activate the passive onto him, and he does, but Shadow has come in, out of the shadows by turning off the light. Sophia goes on the Alistair, who has that ultimate. Sheer is here now. Is anyone else coming? No, they aren't. It's an overdive from IG again. Mako goes for another combo, and the Comet Ezreal picks up a kill. Who needs runes when you've got yourself skill shot accuracy? Well, might need a little bit more now as Care comes in. One reset, two resets further. Does he get a kill? No, if he had a Conqueror, maybe he would have killed Bat. But he can't do so. Bat walks away with 2 kills out of the fracas. IG losing the plot a little bit. And folks, dare I say it, we currently have 14 kills in 12 minutes. If we get another fight before the 14-minute mark, we might get ourselves a ruinous Atakan. We might just get it. You're the Realm Warp heading top lane. Do we get it? Rookie heading up top side. Come on, do it for the Atakan. Can we get enough kills? So much damage being fired out on the early game of Q hits. Sheer goes down. Go on, my son. Give us a chance to get that other flavor of Atakan in pro play. Up to 15 kills now in our early game. Ezreal Comet goes on to Joy. Kill doesn't quite come through. A heal comes through alongside the Q hit as well. Dragon started up in the picture. What an absolute mess. You know what, folks? I don't care if we get a messy early game, if we get our other flavor of Atakan. I've not seen it in pro play yet. What a special scenario that would be. Atakan, before the changes came through, I don't know whether that was on point 3 or point 2. Might have been on point 2. I think it was about 15 kills at the 14-minute mark. So close. Folks, this is going to be so close, actually. If that kill come through onto Bat, maybe that would have changed it. Come on, one more kill. And one more kill might just do it. Another fight. Bat has no flash. Maybe this could be it. Do it for the Ruinous Atakan. Do it, my son. A flash through. Gets a kill onto Bat. A kick comes through. Shadow, will he die as well? It's another kill going forwards. Potentially, if JJ can land another Q onto Jway. Doesn't land the first one. So close. The damage calculates in as well, remember. So close. 30 seconds. Do we need another kill? Ult pop by Mako. The Shy coming down. Doesn't commit towards a full play, though. Come on. 20 seconds. What flavor are we getting? 16 kills in 14 minutes. Is it enough? Do we have enough with the damage coming through? Will we get the Ruinous Atakan over the Voracious, which you have seen for the entirety of pro play? Is it the red one or the darker variant? 5 seconds. Come on. Extra damage coming through. We're going to get it. Come on. A few more seconds. Do we get... No! No! We failed. 16 kills in 14 minutes. Isn't it enough? This up here determines it. That color. The color of that icon is the color of the Atakan. If it had been the black and purple icon, it would have been Ruinous Atakan. Are you kidding me? We had 16 kills in 14 minutes. You need to close the door, Sam, before I scream our neighbors out of existence. How is this not enough? We have a pro game with 16 kills in 14 bloody minutes. And we don't get the other variant. Something has gone horribly wrong. Are you kidding me?
You okay there, bud?
No! No, I'm not!
Need to talk about...
We have over a kill a minute! Screw this damn objective! Are you kidding me?
It's gonna be fine.
It's not! This is not fine! I am so unhappy! Ah! I don't know what to tell you, chat. We never get to see Ruinous Atakan in pro games. It just doesn't happen. I was really excited. I thought I had a right to be excited. Now I'm just upset. Oh, well. Any kills beyond this point are entertainment and not obviously factoring in towards the flavor of the Atakan. Any kills before 14 minutes. And the problem is in early games in... it's the Comet Ezreal just hits another one. Oh, those changed runes have not particularly helped. It's good trading in from Rookie, and the phase rush slow resist means that he just keeps running towards them with the charm on him. Super speed into them. Gala ulting towards bot side, as that's a dive from Rookie, who's pulled out the ghost. While on the mean side, on the other side, Shadow comes out of the shadows again, and a rocket puts Jeje into the dirt. Mako does have the ultimate, but he doesn't have teammates to secure his retreat. The Shy gets some damage down, and IG have overstepped. Imagine if this had come 2 minutes earlier, huh? Might have been able to get ourselves the other flavor of things as IG losing themselves in the plot a little bit now. Carrie's going to ult over the wall. No, he is not. Rookie forced him away from the bot lane out of turret as Care teleports towards the top side instead. As we said, he is an Ahri main from solo queue before he came into pro play. The Shy, he might need to ult the wave to do something, and he does so. He gets out on the other side. Is it enough? And he jumps back again, playing hopscotch and clears the wave. The Shy outplays the dive. Wonderful mechanical play as the kill doesn't quite come through onto Bat until it's cleaned up by Gala. Rookie gets himself out. These tower dives are so hard to pull off now with the extra ramping up damage. Sheer, very low HP. Shy, you did the hard work. Don't do it like this, my son. Does himself knocked up. There are 3 people here. He'd done the hard work of escaping the dive and donates a kill over anyway. We are now currently on 20 kills in 17 minutes. Roll up, roll up. We are here at the amusement park. Let's take stock, shall we? What has happened with our gold? What has happened with our gold? So, 2 items stacking up for the Rise. Rise is so strong. 4 Dark Seal stacks on the Ahri going towards the Shadow Flame second, most likely. That's important too. 2 items about to be hit by Ezreal, whereas on the other side, Infinity Edge Collector almost completed by Bat. The Collector Lethality W is so nasty for the Jinx. If you hit that W, it's a hell of a lot of gold. Hex Plate built up by Nocturne as well as we start up that Herald. That's important because it means that his ult is off cooldown for this play. JJ on the flank, level 11, has that tier 2 ultimate. Ult goes across most of the team, and Mako goes in. He has the ultimate again, and the kills start coming through. The Herald is secured. Shadow trying to use the Shy as an exit strategy. A W hits or an ult hits afterwards, and the Shy is blown up by the lethality of the Jinx. Care goes in, gets a charm. There is no ultimate Mako now, and that's a reset. Rookie does have a lot of damage. Can he stand and shoot? Yeah, he bloody well can do. JJ has himself an ult. If you plane yourself into the wrong point, things can go very poorly. Charm forces the cleanse, but JJ has enough damage. Bat goes down once again as Gala cleans up. Bloodiness make that 25 kills in 18 minutes. IG came to give us a fiesta after a clean game 2. Take a turret after it. They lose the Herald, but they will gain themselves a lot of kill participation. I am so sad we don't see the other flavor of Atakan. I'm genuinely quite upset, folks. Can you tell? This is just me co-streaming? Yes, it is. This is just me co-streaming. There's no official LPL broadcast, folks, anymore. Imagine missing out on this game because you weren't watching it right here on Onivia on YouTube, Nymaera on YouTube, and Twitch. This is one of those bloody LPL games I've missed. The LPL slowed down a bit in the last year or so. 2023 was pretty fast. 24, things slowed down a lot. We struggled to get used to the grubs. We struggled to get used to lane swaps in the same way, even though we technically brought them back with NIP, Photon Draw really leading the charge on that one. The charm was good on Scarlet, but all it does is blow the cleanse. Rune Prison didn't even need to get the full stun. The slow is enough. The brawling power of IG is massively empowered at this point. Worth noting as well, though, folks, we do have 7 stacks on the Dark Seal from the Ahri. If you do get towards a good enough fight, I mean, even at this point, I would have even preferred maybe dropping the Nearly Large Rod and going towards the Medjais instead. Medjais is your comeback option here in this game for FPX. That's your comeback option, because maybe you can get through some of these big plays. Shadow going very deep. He doesn't have a stride breaker. He doesn't have any HP either. Sheer coming in to hold open the door. Care is trying to get some damage done, I suppose, with his ultimate, but it's not enough. They're on the retreat. They try an aggressive option. JJ, that's unwise, but he gets out anyway. Care gets himself a charm onto Mako to stop the combo. Is it enough? It gets 1 reset. No, the ult's timed out from Care. He doesn't get a reset. So that worked onto Mako is just not enough. They don't even get themselves that kill. Apologize for that one. As it's another bloodbath fight. 30 kills in 20 minutes. And still no fucking ruinous Atakan. Is still our orange and red variant, the Voracious. How more hungry can you be? That is just the greed that the Bible talks about. How much more can you want, Atakan? This is a solo queue game. I am so unhappy with this. I'm so upset. Flying into the mid lane. You don't have the Stride Breaker to have that AoE slow. Goes in with a Hex Plate and just immediately is obliterated. Cat gets some damage down, but it's onto JJ and it's not to make it. It doesn't matter. Rookie's getting some damage onto him by sheer walking up. His Udyr game has not been exemplary. Struggled a little bit. Cancels out the Headbutt Pulverize. Awesome charm. Mind plays the Alistair. You see the Ahri flying at you, you want to lock them up immediately. Care's individual mechanics this game have been good. It's just, what do you do? What do you do here? Loses his Dark Seal stacks as well. Sadly on that one. Goes down to 2. Oh, I'm upset for so many reasons, folks. The Atakan has now been claimed by IG. They get the GA for some reason. I can't believe they get the GA, man. I can't believe it. Oh, I can't believe it. Mako lived again. Yes, he did. I don't know what to say, folks. I don't know what to say. But thank you for joining me all the same in this fiesta of epic proportions here out of the LPL. AG, Care has ult. He shouldn't be caught out here. Jeje could potentially get behind him and kick him. He needs to ult early, and he does. Dodges out on the Q. Yep. Good Ari play there from Care. You do not want to be being disrespectful. Jeje could just do the same again, though, and he tries to get behind for the kick. Once again, Care outpaces him. And Jeje's left wanting, but he still gets the kill onto the Rakan. Dre, not his best series ever. Ult blocked out by Mako. That collector in Fedge, not going to be able to put that one down as a return kill. Sheer cross-mapping on the other side of the map. That's what a cross-map is, actually. You do something on the other side of it. Mako tanking up a turret shot or two, so they can actually walk up towards the turret. Using the demolish from the Alistar as well. And they take the full tower with one grub and 3 people. Herald summon in the mid lane does take one down there, but look, IG don't really care. They lose the mid lane out of turret. Okay, well, they get themselves an inhibitor instead. Teleport coming in. That is Udyr. You don't have Ariel, you don't have Ari Flash, but you do have a Paranoia. Is the Realm Warp going to be enough? Yes, it might just be because it's cancelled out. Rookie can't Realm Warp his team out to safety because the CC comes through. It is, however, onto the Atacam withdrawals. It's not really full kills. The Shy gets something back. How many withdrawals did they get? Did they get 1, 2? Now with Rookie going down as well. The full 3-man unit actually taken out there. IG using the Atacon, I suppose, to get the inhibitor. FPX will get some gold from the kills going onto them, but it is muted. So those kills give you much less gold. Jeje, fantastic game on the Lee Sin. He's looked so clean. And Jeje, for those of you who didn't track LPL in the years past, he has, of course, won Worlds for the LPL team of EDG in 2021, but he had an incredible couple of years after that point too. Shear's going to collapse down on Jeje. Even as early as 2023 spring, was still the best jungler in the LPL. Him and Tarzan were the best junglers at that time back then, really. Kanavi came up later into that split, but Jeje has had an incredible run of form in recent years, even though he was on in such a crap EDG squad last year, sadly for them, the Doom squad. You can see why IG picked him up. Him and Mako are rejoining together. He had a bit of a mental boom last year. He had a head injury last year. We saw him out of play for a little while. He's come back 7-1 on 9 at least. And I want Jeje to succeed. I think this guy is really good. I want IG to succeed because there's so much story behind them, so much hype behind them. The LPL has needed a golden child again, really. Needed someone that you can kind of get behind them on a fan basis, on a narrative basis, and on a gameplay basis too. BLG falling yesterday, going down to the lower bracket. Look, they've always lost their first series after Chinese New Year, but still not a great series for them. NIP, IG, and BLG, come on. Give us some good competition here in the LPL. Last split, it wasn't close. Last year, it wasn't close. BLG ran the league. No one was close. It was a one-team region. Top Esports couldn't really hold a candle to them in playoffs, even if in regular season they looked like a much better team. Mako, of course, was part of that team. Fell apart a little bit in those high-pressure scenarios at MSI. I really hope IG can do something special. I didn't know whether it would come online early enough, and we're yet to see that. You know, they haven't played against top-tier opposition besides NIP, and they lost to NIP. Can they actually find themselves a good run of form against elite-tier opponents, as opposed to FPX, who are looking to go 0-3 in this group, be a tier 4 team heading into a pool 4 team heading into the group draw stage for split 2? Be a very different scenario for that. Yeah, BLG do tend to lose their first game back after Chinese New Year. There's a lot of theories about that. Shadow has a Paranoia. I don't really know if you can really pull it off now, though. Ult goes across 3. Ow. Yeah, Comet value from Gull. I can't believe he's going to win on Comet Ezreal. I can't believe he's going to win on Comet Ezreal. Baron spawned. Of course, they don't have the Atacon to use for it. But I think they could just go towards this anyway. I mean, yes, you can jump in as Shadow with a Paranoia, but we saw what happened when we jumped into a load of people last time. He just gets blown up. He doesn't get to survive. He won't even survive to the fear tether getting around to it. Good damage from the Shy. Aurora, good anti-tank killer. Mako going forwards onto Dway, removing some HP from the engaging factor. Mako doesn't pull the ultimate just yet. And Rookie just shreds Bats apart. Torn into pieces as the ult comes through from Aurora. Mako still got all his HP. He can use it for a second combo if he wants. And FPX approach the Baron, but not for long. They're not even allowed into River. Realm Warp into the base. JJ, no, he's not going to be part of the school picture. He'll make his way there anyway. He's just been late to the photo shoot. Inhib goes down after the tower. IG shred FPX at the Baron. And Shadow He's farming for gold to make his stats just to look a little bit better. Not much else is going to make you look better after this series, mate. I'm so sorry for your loss. FPX, I'm so sorry for your loss. And IG, welcome to playoffs 2 and 1 in series. They'll go through to the lower bracket where they will be joined by Top Esports and BLG, amongst other such names. IG, they had an incredible series today to see them through. Thank you so much for joining us here on Nymaera to bring you some of that broadcast as they'll see themselves bowing out of group stage, will FPX, as FPX will be left here again as one of our lowest tier teams. What a fall from grace they have had, as IG will take a bow in front of the crowd. Who was that MVP for the last game? JJ, surely. MVP of the series, maybe the Shy, actually. I think the Shy actually had a really good stream. Thank you for joining us, of course, folks. If you have been here watching our series today, hi, my name's Nymaera. You might notice me from the LPL official broadcast from the last couple of years. There's no LPL official broadcast anymore. I've spent 3 years of my life covering the LPL now, including this year. And now there is no official broadcast. I broadcast things here on Moko Stream as though I was casting it anyway, because I think you deserve that as an audience for the LPL. If you want to follow teams like IG or TT and their rise to glory potentially being started yesterday, other teams like FPX, one of our more historic teams within the LPL, you can also catch me on the LEC as well. And my brother Initialise, who also lives with me, casts here too. You might have seen him a lot coming through to cast a lot of games here. I hope you've enjoyed our series here today, and I hope that you continue to tune in for some more LPL action. IG, great series for them. I am so annoyed that we didn't get, after over a kill a minute game in the early game, the Ruinous Atacon. That is a joke. That is an absolute joke that we don't get the kill heavy Atacon flavor in that game. If it's not going to happen there, it's not going to happen. I missed most of the games. How was my man Gala? Incredible Ziggs game. He walked away with an MVP from game 2, Helor. He was very, very good this series. Much better 2v2. I think his first 2 series, Gala and Mako, were not looking very good. Gala was great today. Gala was awesome today. Yeah, we were absolutely robbed of Atacon. Folks, we're going to stick around to find out to watch the highlights and to find out who our MVP was from this game. I'm going to imagine it's JJ, but would like to see that anyway. And then we'll go and end the stream for today. So thank you so much for following us. Stick around if you want to stick out for those highlights. And if you are done watching us today, please remember to drop a follow, drop a like on whatever channels you're watching it on as well. And please let other people know that we're streaming as well. Tell your friends. Put our name out there, because there is no official LPL English broadcast anymore. It helps a lot to have those follows, like that one as well. Silanders, thank you very much. The Tronos and Arcus as well. I noticed you were following in the last while as well. And of course, a big thank you to Onivia as well for restreaming us on their channel. It's pretty cool being able to bring this game to so many followers on such a well-established YouTube community there as well. We'll get ourselves into the highlights soon enough, I'd imagine. I want to see these stats. It was a fun series. I enjoyed this. I had fun. Oh. What's everyone's favorite series from group stage been, if you've had one? If you've been watching a lot of LPL, what's your favorite series been? Is it now? For me, what's my MVP pick? I mean, from this series, from this game, JJ, from this series, I think maybe the Shy. Shy was really good overall. Oh my god, that's such a... Look at that damage graph, man. Just everyone just blasted. I mean, Shadow did somebody, threw his life away to do it. I can't believe Gala, Comet Ezreal won. That's such a disgrace. It was like the old The Shy? Yeah. Just like randomly outplaying some crazy dives and then giving his life up anyway. That's classic The Shy, man. Run them down or run it down? Absolutely. Absolutely. TT winning made me happy. I'm glad it made you happy. It made me happy too. For those of us who have watched the LPL and watched TT for a while, it was a great series to know that they could be a top tier again. Everyone flaming man's He didn't change his runes from game 2, Helor. Oh, what a backstep. Oh, Jejo, what a backstep. This dude was on fire today. He was on fire. Holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah, good pick off here. I mean, what do you say from FPX, though? I mean, they were obviously outclassed on an individual level. I don't think Care had a bad series. Care was really good, had a great Silas game, and his Ahri game here was actually mechanically fine. I think Shadow as well showed leadership, which the team much needed. No, FPX needed someone like Shadow to lead the charge. They really did. But this team needs change, really. It needs time to gel, or it needs someone who's a little bit more veteran again, or... The thing is, what do you do with this bot lane, though? Because I like Jway. Jway was great last year, and he's had some good moments. And I'm not saying that Bat's a bad player either. But I think both of them together are a little too rookie. Almost got skill back on Shadow. A little too inexperienced to make something special of this bot lane. You know, last year they had Docdam and Life, and I know that a lot of people don't really appreciate Docdam in terms of his gameplay and stuff. I think he was good last year. Docdam and Life were actually very good, actually, for the LPL, especially for a caliber like FPX. Their Ashe Rumble lanes were insane with the Rumble support. Absolutely fantastic. Who do I think the best player on IG is right now? Rookie's been sus. Right now, who is the best player on IG? Well, the NIP series feels like it's so long ago. Rookie's been very on and off. His good games have been fantastic. His bad games have been awful. I think there's an argument for JJ. I think there's an argument for the Shy. Gala had a bad first 2 series. The 2v2 was awful. Damn, that was a good charm. It was either going to catch Gala or catch Alistar out of his combo. That was insane. I think JJ, Shy, or Mako, I think you can make arguments for. I don't think it's Rookie based on consistency, and I don't think it's Gala based on his 2v2s in the first 2 series. This series, obviously, Gala was fantastic. Rookie's still a little bit inconsistent. I don't know. Chats, various chats which are open. Who do you think the best player in IG is right now, after all the series that they've played? In this series, I think there's, you know, very different data from the series we had before. We'll find ourselves our MVP out soon, and then we'll end it there. OMG Ultra Prime was surprisingly good. Puts the spotlight on Starry and Limfang as amazing rookies. I think Starry and Limfang are pretty good as rookies. I don't think they are as impressive to me as players like... Leave is still pretty rookie. I think 1xN's a bit... I mean, I guess Starry and Limfang have still been around the similar kind of time as 1xN. I think that 1xN and Leave clear them quite a lot. Yeah, I like 1Jiang. 1Gen as well. Sorry, Egen, that's the... Oh, I messed up the pronunciation. Yeah, I think Leave and 1xN, they are the next best great AD carries. Who's our MVP? It's JJ. Of course it is. We'll watch the highlights, then we'll end the stream there, folks. Thank you so much for joining. I really hope you've enjoyed the show today. If you have, please leave some likes, some comments. Let people know what we're doing. Get some hype up around it. And we'll bring to you as much LPL as possible. I love casting LPL. I love watching these players. I love watching these teams. They are really fun to watch. Starry is not so far behind. I mean, Starry is very good. His first game in the LPL, he got a quadra kill versus BLG, which was kind of insane. Oh, JJ, clean movement. And all of his mechanical plays were just the best that they could be in that scenario. Jway selling out his AD carry. Oh, man. I think this team is just mental boomed. Like, I can't judge FPX that much. Because they do really seem like they were mental boomed after that first game. The first game was great. They made it close. And then JJ reset all over them. And it was kind of... JJ and the Shy just kind of tore them apart. Oh. Just when Bat was about to get a reset as well. That's the cleanup kill. Insane stuff. What happened here? Did I miss this play? What did he do in this fight? I didn't notice what he did in this one. I mean, he just cleans up a kill. That's whatever. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna leave our content. We're gonna leave our stream there. As I said, folks, if there's anything you can do in terms of dropping likes, comments, subscribes, or just being here when we're watching the games, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. And for those of you on Twitch, I gotta find someone to raid you over to. Let me see who's online. Let me see who's online, and I'll send you over to him. And I'll go get myself, I don't know, some breakfast or something. He's online. Well, I guess I'll send you over to... I'll send you up... Let me think. Send you over to Kitty, maybe?